friends. Welcome to The View from the Other Side. We're back. If you're just tuning in, we have Psychic Bella Love is back by popular demand.
By popular demand.
Yummy is back by popular demand.
Yummy!
I'm back, but not by popular demand. I'm just here.
I wanted you back. They're just like, oh, Tracy, you're here.
No.
Okay.
I just showed up
Tracy.
and they let me be on the show. And of course, Tracy Brown is here.
Woo!
And we have
Tracy, go Tracy.
Yes, we have lots of hot
like,
topics to discuss today.
I feel like we just entered like the football people where you're like, woo, like that, and then we should all just take a knee. Because has anybody noticed? We didn't promise to discuss this, and I apologize, Desi.
It's okay, we can talk about it.
Every other sport is doing something responsible.
Mm-hmm.
Like so responsible. Not the little bit of crap that the NFL wants to do, which I can't say anything yet until they get out here. But everyone is taking, coaches are kneeling.
Yeah.
What?
Yeah.
The NFL said the most that NFL, we got to work. I feel like NFL is like just slave owners, but I said it. I said it.
It's true. The truth comes out.
And the most they want to offer up is the Black Anthem. That's the most. When we really just want Colin to be rehired, that's what we really.
Or like, we just really want the police to stop killing Black people. Like,
right.
Okay, that works.
Right. We just really want the police to stop killing Black people. Instead, I mean, I'm happy we get all this extra stuff, but I mean,
yes. And we want the killers for Breonna Taylor to get arrested.
Right.
Yes.
Yeah.
God, yes.
I'm just saying. All right. How do we get on that?
I do think it's really neat that people are kneeling. I do. And other sports as well. And it's so great because now you can see who's not kneeling and they get called out and it's funny. It's like, wow. I never knew you felt that way.
The opposite is happening now. When you were kneeling, you get called out. Now everyone's kneeling, but if one person doesn't, it's like, why are you not kneeling? And it's
right.
I mean, can we not wait? The guy in California, can we all just get along? You know, he passed away, right?
Rodney King.
Yeah.
Rodney King. He passed away. Yeah.
Rodney King used to stay down the street from me when I lived in Rialto. He stayed down the street. Yeah, we passed by and I'd be like, when I lived in San Bernardino / Rialto, we'd pass by his house and be like, that's Rodney King house. And so I remember when he passed away because it was like, he was out there. It was like a bunch of police tape around. I'm like, what happened at Rodney King's house? And sure enough, I think they found him like dead by the pool or.
Yeah, I think he just really just had a rough life. Technically, he's one of those that was just aged immediately, but I think he had a rough life prior, and then the event, and then can we all just get along? And afterwards, I don't think he was ever okay.
No, as a matter of fact, he had like serious drinking problems. I don't know if that was.
I think MTV had like this thing, like rehab something. Do you guys remember that? Like rehab,
celebrity rehab.
Yes, he was on that.
Oh yeah.
So he never recovered, huh?
Nah.
Poor thing.
That makes me sick.
I think he was still struggling from post-traumatic stress disorder. And so, and triggered, anxiety triggered, as a result of that.
Yeah, most likely.
From what the neighbors said around him, he was real nice, really, really personable.
He looked really like a nice guy. That doesn't take away from the fact that he was a total,
Yeah, of course. But I'm saying, like, you never know what people are going through, man. Like, especially if you didn't get a chance to talk to them, or if they're not, obviously I'm not his therapist or his doctor, and neither are his neighbors. So we don't know what that man was going through.
Right. So true.
Yeah. So.
Take it away, Desi. What are we doing? We're still,
So, let's talk about Breonna Taylor.
Okay.
You know, they did open an investigation.
Did they really?
Yeah. But here's the thing.
I can't find it on the internet, though. Am I missing something?
You sent it to me.
Oh, did I? No, I sent something to you. I don't believe I sent something responsible to you.
Gotcha. Well, it's USA Today.
Does it say open an investigation?
Let me see.
I think it said something else.
Because you sent me something
Maybe it's
too.
just wishful thinking.
Yeah, whatever I sent you guys was to remember that we were going to talk about this, not necessarily the investigation got open. I think it was something started on Twitter.
Yeah, I think you sent me something about Tampa Bay.
Yeah.
Yeah, I sent you guys something that a whole team tweeted.
Right, and his reckless tweet. I mean, well, yeah, there's that, but I'm pretty sure I saw that there was an. Yeah. Let me look.
You did, but it was on
Kentucky
Twitter.
Attorney General Breonna Taylor autopsy. So they are piecing together kind of what happened.
Okay. Piecing together the night of Breonna Taylor. Okay.
Couple of things. And first of all, I know we don't like to give Oprah credit, but she did put Breonna on the front of O Magazine for probably what will be the last O Magazine because it's going belly up.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah. And so shout out to her for doing that, speaking with the family of Breonna, to really get the full picture of who she was as a person, not just a hashtag. Somebody says they're botching the investigation.
We don't have proof of that. We don't have proof of that.
Right.
Like, we don't have proof of that.
Right.
Sometimes the audience speaks, two sides. There's no proof of that yet.
I'm just happy that there's an investigation open.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I'm just happy that they're looking into it.
Yeah.
I'm happy that we're taking the steps toward getting her the justice that she deserves. And again, instead of her just being a hashtag and in 6 months, she's forgotten by whatever else is happening on Black Twitter or happening on Twitter, period. Mm-hmm. Like, I'm happy that we've been consistent and persistent, with her.
Yeah.
Just saying. I sincerely hope that in the midst of this investigation, they don't go the way of Michael Brown, where that just came out a couple of days ago that they said that they weren't going to move forward with charges for his killer. I really hope it doesn't get to that point.
Didn't they burn that city down after that announcement?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, was that the Attorney General? Like, he looks sketchy as hell. He looks sketchy. He looks like one of our people that will just sell us out. We have this thing, by the way, in our community where we're like, he sold us out.
Yeah.
It looks like he was, this was from 6 years ago. It looks like he was hired just for this, just to make the announcement that it wasn't going to happen. Like, you don't need to take 6 years to charge someone.
Yeah.
Right.
Mm-hmm. So it looks like he was the okie doke.
Yeah.
And to keep his job, I think he did what they wanted him to do.
Yeah, I think so too. And we should have known how this was going to go when you're right. It happened 6 years ago. Right.
Right.
And so I really hope that we can come through on Breonna.
Well, they started burning the city down, so
yeah,
you start there because this cannot continue.
I agree.
And I'm not a violent person. Like, seriously, when this whole protesting thing started, I put out feelers and I was like, hey guys, nothing violent. We can just stand there and we could make noise just by standing there. But as it turns out, the police can't stand there, as it turns out. they're
Right.
agitators too.
Exactly.
So when it turned left, you know, at one point I kept looking at it and I was like, I don't know, like I'm definitely not for violence, but I am for if one dies, we all die. I'm there now.
Right. And notice how violence against the protesters stopped, quote unquote, when they pulled the troops out, you know, when they pulled the people out.
But what was he thinking? Because I was at watching one of his, you know, so-called conferences that was supposed to be on COVID, and it's almost like if he accidentally says something, which felt like an accident, that he had to go through with it.
Right.
And then he goes through with it, and it didn't work out well for him.
I love that we're not mentioning him by name like he's Voldemort or something. Right.
Well, we don't have to. Like, we're better than that.
Exactly.
We're just better than that. Like, we only have what? How many more days, guys? August, September.
94.
94 days, 100 days. God. So, with that being said,
Lincoln Project has a countdown on Twitter where they just every day, like, hey, 94 days.
So, 94 days to get him up out of there. And who the hell is Joe Biden picking? I thought it was today.
Right. Who is he picking? And here's the thing. Kamala is great. She's great. Is she mine? Listen, I'm happy for everybody Black. I'm rooting for everybody Black. I wish it in my heart. I wanted to be Stacey Abrams. In my heart, I wanted to be Stacey. But I saw Biden Harris trending this morning, and I went for me because I miss everything. But I saw it this morning for me, and I was like, oh shit. So I went and I'm clicking on the trending topic. And it's just people like speculating that, you know, maybe something might have leaked. I don't know.
Bella, what did we talk about yesterday? Because I didn't share it with Desi because I was too upset. And by the way, the worst thing you can do is give me really bad news before bedtime.
Oh, no.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry, Tracy. I didn't mean to.
Wait. Why can't I hear you?
So...
I can't hear you.
Politico can. Oh,
I can hear you.
Me?
I can hear you.
Okay.
I can't hear Bella. We were perfect, Bella. We were perfect. What happened? Do you want to come out and come back in again? Can you hear me, Bella?
I hear you.
Oh wait, hold on. I'll get you. Don't worry. Are you there?
I'm here.
Yes.
Okay.
It's all the technical things that I keep screwing up with. So what did we talk about last night, Bella?
Okay. First of all, there was a post that Politico put up, and it was dated August 1st as being the announcement date of Joe Biden picking Kamala Harris as his running mate, and that's what everybody was, you know, that's the whole trending thing of Biden Harris. But what Tracy and I were talking about was the damage that she did to a lot of Black men's lives when she was the prosecutor in the Bay Area, and how her husband is a private prison investor, and just all of the lies that she has told about all of that, and how I just personally cannot stand her or stand by her. And I'm with you, Desi, that if Joe Biden wants to pander to the Black vote, because we know that's exactly what he's doing with picking a Black woman running mate, pick Stacey Abrams, please God, because he will lose the Bay Area vote from a lot of people who are very well aware of Kamala Harris's transgressions against the Black community and Black men. And for anybody else who wants to really look up what happened, look up the story of Jamal Truelove and Lil Daryl and what she did to them.
They call her Cop Mala in certain places, in certain circles, they call her Cop Mala because she's, as much as she kind of does pander to places like the Breakfast Club who are uninformed. But you know, she does not have the best. I was trying to be like diplomatic about it, but yeah, she doesn't have the best track record, like as far as I'm concerned. And there's something about her. I like her personality. But I can't get behind some of the stuff that all of it. I can't even say some of it. I can't get behind her politically, I don't think. What I said this morning, though, to Tracy was, I wonder if she didn't leak it herself in order to kind of gauge the interest of the public, to kind of see how Black Twitter would react, to kind of see how others would react, where you kind of put feelers out, you know?
Well, Desi, I'm looking at Twitter, and it looks like they're campaign people. It looks like a bunch of little liars from college that's like, Kamala Biden 2020. Like, they treat people like we are goddamn 5-year-olds. We're not. We see the writing on the wall. Like, stop it, people. And by the way, Bella, Desi, I'm going to be so mad if it's Kamala. Mad as hell if it's Kamala.
I know.
I just want to root for everybody.
I cried when I read
but
that.
I get it. All skin folk and kinfolk, I get it. And everybody,
but she did not treat the Black men well.
Yeah.
Like, she has a bad history. The very same thing that we are fighting and defunding the police and protesting and telling the police not to kill us, when she got one of those cases, she put the Black man in jail.
Yeah.
That's true.
Yep.
Here's what I think, though. And not to be, I'm not to be that person, but I think maybe they were looking at it. The campaign people who were like Biden Harris were looking at it like, oh, well, you know, crime bill, Biden and Kamala Harris.
Then how is any of that going to work?
Yeah.
I mean, how close is the race going to be? Because this is so dumb.
Yeah.
To pick Kamala.
Yeah.
Biden has a lot to recover from.
Yeah.
Is he part of the three strikes? Was that Clinton and he voted for it? No, let's talk about it. Because you guys want me to swallow something I'm not willing to swallow.
He's problematic as shit, too. Like, I mean, he really, like, I was on it. Like, listen, when the Anita Hill situation came up, I was like, ooh, he's going to have to answer for that. Mm-hmm. He did that. Mm-hmm. The crime bill. He did that. You know, and he has a lot to answer for. But here's the thing. I don't want to be divisive or get bogged down so that it becomes 2016 all over again. Because despite what you believe, ladies and gentlemen, these two men are not the same.
Right.
Okay? Biden is problematic, yes. But he's the only white man we got that can come in and swoop down and save us at this point. This is it. I'm sorry. Yeah. It is. We don't need to conflate the two and say, oh, well, you know, I'm just not going to vote.
That is something they should be thinking about. That is something the whole Democrat Party needs to be thinking about. Don't have expectations as ignorant Americans to have us figure that out. Because I already know what's going to happen, Desi. Mm-hmm. Old people aren't going to vote.
Yeah.
Young people may not vote. Bernie Sanders people may not vote. TikTok people may not vote. So they're going to take a stand. And if they take a stand and not vote, what?
Yeah. Oh, God.
Yeah. I don't want it to run 2016 all over where it's like, oh, these two people are the same, so I'm just not going to. Or you have the Bernie or bust people that are just like, I'm just not going to because Bernie's not on the ticket. Listen, it's not Bernie. It never was Bernie. It's never going to be Bernie. And you need to come to terms with that, period. And step in and help people. Step in and what does this mean? Like, we can't afford anymore. We can't afford 4 more years of this nonsense, period.
No.
Yeah. Well, we can't. We can't afford a man that says one thing, then backtracks, and then lies about how he's the greatest, and you're not.
No.
All right? We can't have a man that cannot fix the COVID. This was never supposed to be this bad. Everybody was just supposed to shut down during the winter. Look how COVID came. COVID came during the winter. So you know who's really smart? That bitch COVID. She tried to give us a she tried to like help us. She's like, listen, guys, I'm gonna annihilate you guys if you just stay indoors during the winter. Agreed? Mm-hmm. The minute summer hit, people just can't do it. I'm not blaming them. They can't do it.
Well, they decided it was like COVID. They decided COVID was over. They were like, listen, it's over when I say it's over, and it's over now.
Yep.
Meanwhile, Miss Rona's still out here like rubbing her hands like Birdman, like, oh, I'm about to come for some folks. Look at Herman Cain.
Mm-hmm.
Look at Herman Cain. Bruh.
Yeah. He went to, what was it, the Mount Rushmore or the?
No, he went to the Tulsa rally.
The Tulsa?
Yeah, it was out there dancing with the Blacks for Trump.
No, he was doing this.
Yeah.
And COVID was like, let me just go in and
Damn.
It's ridiculous.
Meanwhile, was having Twitter sprees talking about how, it was a hoax and, masks are requiring people to wear masks are stripping our freedoms away. And the next thing you know.
Yeah.
So I'm having trouble getting Prissy on.
Oh, no.
Yemi, this was your first time. When I sent you the link, what did you have to do?
I just typed in the link to a browser and
to what browser? You went to
I'm using Chrome. Yeah, so I opened Chrome and I just typed in what you sent me.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
And it'll ask you to turn on your webcam, or if you're doing it from a phone, I'm assuming that it wants you to accept the terms for your phone.
Okay.
Yeah, it just asked me like if it has access to my camera and my microphone, and then you enter the room.
Okay, all right. I'm just trying to help her here.
Yeah, of course.
So he's not going to make the announcement that was supposed to come today. First of all, it was supposed to come in June.
Right.
But somehow or another, Klobuchar might have been in the running. What's that shit? George Floyd ruined that.
Yeah.
She's saying she can't gain access. Oh.
Maybe because we've started a lot.
Let her in. Do you see her?
Hold on. I think she's typing in something wrong. StreamYard.com. She's getting something that says Streamline.com. Streamline.com. Streamline.com instead of StreamYard. I'm not going to worry about it. Everybody save a drink for next week. Let's just figure that out.
Okay.
Oh, Shelly Brown says she likes your voice, Yemi. That's so cool. Hi, Destiny.
Thank you.
Destiny.
Yes. We feel sad for anybody that dies from the COVID. We feel horribly sad. That's why you should just wear your mask. How about that? Let this be an example.
Right. And that's also why shutting the fuck up is free. Because you could have just sat there and said that. Like you literally went on and spread misinformation, just like Trump. Literally went on and called the COVID a hoax. You did that. And before.
Oh.
But literally called the COVID a hoax. Just like Chuck Woolery. You did that.
Is Chuck really dead?
No, Chuck Woolery's not dead. But he got on and said the COVID was a hoax. And literally the next day his son comes down with COVID, and he was forced to delete social media because he was out here.
Yeah, I do remember that.
Just all willy-nilly, like, this is some sort of game. You can't play with people's lives like this.
Right.
Yeah. I mean, McCain went really fast, though. Like, that was like speed lightning fast.
Who, Herman Cain? Or John McCain?
No. Okay. No, Cain. He went really fast.
Okay, they're both dead. But, yeah. Yeah, Herman Cain went super quick. I was shocked by that.
Yeah, that was really
like,
fast.
He was sick, and then it was like, oh, like they made the announcement that he was sick, and then like right after that, it was, oh, he passed away, and I'm just like, crazy.
So, do you guys have your drinks?
Yeah, I have one. I have two, actually.
Have you tried it?
I haven't tried it. I was gonna suggest like, oh, should I try it while we're on the show? And then I was like, I don't know if I should be drinking before my reading. I don't know if that's how that works.
Don't worry about it. They'll get drunk readings today, so never happens.
I think we're gonna
we're more fun that way.
Can I stop
gonna call this drunk tarot?
CRP, I'm gonna go get it.
Go get it. Go get it.
Okay.
Hi, beautiful.
Hi.
How are you? I'm gonna go get some ice for my drink.
Okay.
You look beautiful. I
Hey,
love that
Chrissy,
color.
how are you
I got my color
doing?
on today. I'm trying to look cute.
Love it.
How are you guys?
Great, thank you. That color looks beautiful on you.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you.
You're welcome.
I'm excited.
You're excited. Yeah, you should. I mean, listen, we're excited to have you. We are excited to have you. Now, naturally,
You
I'm
match my love punch.
I'm in Japan, so it is what it is.
Hello.
Hello.
I got my
Chrissy,
drink.
you match the love punch right now.
I do.
Which one did you get?
I got mango, the berry lemonade margarita, and the love punch.
Ooh, all of that.
I'm trying the mango
Which
one.
one did you get, Bella?
Oh, I got the love punch, the mango, and the berry watermelon margarita.
Ooh.
So I'm very happy. Mango is like my favorite thing in the entire world, so that's what I poured out first.
Did you taste it yet?
It smells so good.
It smells good. I am the biggest sucker for mojitos. And
cheers.
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 Oh my God, that's good.
Right?
Mm-hmm.
That's so good.
I am the biggest sucker for mojitos, like the biggest.
Uh-oh, she left.
Oh.
Oh. I think she was just frozen on the screen.
What happened? She'll come back.
Yeah, she'll come back.
We'll talk about her drink.
Kylie, the love punch is so good.
I'm so jealous. Like now I want to try love punch.
Which one did you get?
Oh my gosh.
Well, I got two. Did you guys get two?
I got two.
Two different ones
I got
or two of the same?
What? She said you need extra.
Oh my God, I'm so jealous.
I have a reading though, you guys. I was like, you can't just send me something. I have to give you a reading. So I think she sent me an extra because I gave her a reading.
Oh, good.
Oh, that's so sweet.
That's great. Yeah.
I can't get readings from people. I'm always have to pay you or give you something.
I got Gimme Mojito.
And I got that one too.
Well, that's what happened when I talked to you. And you're so innocent. You're like, oh, Tracy, I don't know what to choose. There's Gimme Mojito. I'm like, what? What do you mean? She had already packaged mine. When I text her and I'm like, hey, so, Mojito's my favorite. She's like, oh, I'll just switch it. I'll just make it for you real quick. And mine has some unsweetened a syrup in it, which I appreciate because, the stuff can get. Here she goes again. You're
Yay!
just talking about her, and she's just sitting there waiting.
And I'm sitting in the car.
Chrissy,
yes,
first
I'm
of all,
away right now.
you're the
Can you
cutest.
hear me?
Yes. Can you hear me?
Good.
Yes.
Yeah.
You are so cute. I've always loved your big eyes.
Yay,
And
Big Eye Club.
Big Eye Club. And my grandson and my granddaughter, I don't know how they got such beautiful eyes. I don't have big eyes. I got little sneaky eyes. I'm like this. But they came out with, my son doesn't have big eyes. They came out with beautiful big eyes from their mamas. But cheers. Thank you. Thank you. Mine is so good.
They're all so good. I ripped open the box and it was hot too because the post office, and I'm in California. And I was like running up the stairs, taking little sips and trying them out. So they tasted good hot, you guys, straight out of the mailbox. So you know they're good when they're cold.
Yeah. All you gotta do is add some ice.
Yep, I stuck mine in the freezer.
I did too. I put mine in the fridge.
I wish I would have thought about that because my ice is melting. So, Chrissy, how did this whole thing begin?
I can't really hear you. It's breaking up right now. Say that one more time.
How did this whole thing begin with you? Like, what is it that you do that you came to this?
Oh, this is terrible.
You're moving around
How
a
did I
lot.
start bartending? Is that your question?
How did you start your company?
I can't hear you. How did I start my company? I started my company about 4 years ago, just off of a passion that I've had. I've been bartending for the last 5 years. And Miss Tracy was the one that gave me the encouragement to open the business and to keep the business going. I hope you guys can hear me because it's a lot of static in the computer.
Keep talking. We can hear you.
Uh-oh. Technical problem.
She's calling from her car, so
Yeah, she's on her phone. It's like
I don't know why. I didn't know why she thought that was a good thing.
Well,
Sometimes cars can provide good service, and sometimes they don't. My drink went down the wrong pipe. I was too excited drinking it, and it just disappeared down the wrong pipe.
This is about to be drunk tarot in a minute.
I almost labeled it drunk tarot.
I know. I remember that. You were like, let's call it drunk tarot. I was like,
oh, we gotta be more
I was
professional
calling
than that.
I was trying to build up my alcohol tolerance because I hardly ever drink. So this whole week I was going on Instagram Live drinking wine to make sure I could make it through reading in case I got drunk today. And I was titling all my IGTVs Tarot and Chill when I was saving them.
I love that.
That's great.
I gotta go look at them.
Which, by the way, guys, we did a reading on Donald Trump. The current energy was that he really is going to have a hard time winning, but it was also going to come down to whoever Biden picks as his running mate. But there's something that is going to be exposed about him, and Melania knows about it, but she's not telling him because she wants him to. She sees it as her way out. If you get discredited, I get to like cut and run finally.
Shut up, Melania.
That's why I was like, keep your mouth shut, girl.
I've always wanted to support her. So now, if you shut up, I will support you getting out of the White House. Chrissy.
My girl, say yourself.
Chrissy. She's having a hard time still. Chrissy, are you driving? See, that's the problem. Chrissy, sweetie. Okay, let's keep talking till she winds up in a good space.
Okay.
Yeah.
But before we, Bella, did you feel the earthquake?
No, but I sent it because I always pick those up. But I didn't actually feel it. But it is funny because I went online and I was like, earthquake. And then I saw like, oh, there was an earthquake. I'm like, I don't know why my psychic abilities always want to tell me when there's an earthquake, but
No, I believe that. Yemi, did you feel it? And did you have any issues or senses before then? Chrissy, let me know when you hear us.
Okay, I can hear you guys now. I'm pulling over.
Yeah, I think you might need to stop.
The area that I was in had a bad signal, so I couldn't really hear you. So
you seem fine right here. Stop. Yeah. Stop in the middle of the highway.
No, I was in the parking lot.
He's safe.
So, tell us how you got started.
Yeah, so I think we're good now.
We seem good. Tell us how you got started.
So how I got started was, so I started initially because I noticed in the industry of being a female bartender, I didn't see a lot of female bartenders that were just out there providing a skill, providing entertainment for social events and things like that. So initially, I just went out there just, hey, I don't see a lot of female entrepreneur bartenders, that are out there doing tricks at social events and things like that. So I just decided to kind of just jump out there on faith, and ever since then, I just been doing what I'm passionate about. I love the service industry, and I've been a part of the service industry for about 12 years now. So from waitressing to just, but as far as the decorating and the events and things like that, I literally jumped in head first, just on my own, no guidance. And
so listen, I've been keeping up with you.
I've always had like an entrepreneur spirit, mentality.
You always did. I've been keeping up with you for the past few years, and I've watched you grow. Yeah, she would call me and she'd be like, Tracy, I had a big event today, or I'm about to pair up with a food caterer. And you've been doing amazing, like consistently amazing. And I think you were about to sign a huge contract before the COVID, right?
Mm-hmm. And don't believe, I have an amazing team for me.
Yes, you do.
Most of these events, it's a team effort. It's other vendors that I work with. I try to connect with other like-minded people, like-minded businesses. It could be florists. It could be pretty much anybody, and we all collaborate. And I, when I'm doing an initial intake with the client, I let them know, hey, these are the services that we provide, and the simple fact that we are a one-stop shop. I think most people just love it.
But
that's great.
You've been doing amazing, and I'm so proud of you. And then the COVID hit. And then you had to figure something else out. And she texted me and she's like, I don't know what to do. The COVID hit. And it was one time I didn't help you. I don't know if you noticed that. I went back and I said, figure it out. No, I think I said, Chrissy, people are dying. Figure it out.
Yeah.
Like I had to give you some tough love.
Yeah. And stop thinking about yourself and think about the need. Yeah, that's exactly what you did.
And during the COVID, what did you figure out? During the COVID, what did you figure out?
I launched Cocktails to Go. When COVID came out, we had to implement. Yep. That is correct.
And what I'll tell you, she started hand delivering her drinks. She started advertising, and because her drinks are so good, people kept putting it on IG. I don't even think they meant to necessarily promote you. It was like, well, damn, this is really good.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
The COVID picked up your business.
Yeah.
People were stuck at home.
Yeah.
They were unhappy. Here comes Cocktails by Chrissy delivered to your door, shipped in the mail. We all got ours shipped.
Yeah.
Yep.
Nice packaging for shipping. When she first started, she shipped it in a heavy glass.
The drinks to go with her.
What you say?
I love to see my product. Yes. I said I love seeing the bottles. They're so pretty. I wish I could ship you guys the mason jars, but I just didn't want them to break.
When she first started, and I said, I don't know why, I've never ordered her drinks in 4 years. And then when she started, people were liking her drinks, and I was getting jealous. That's the only way you can ever get me. Get me jealous? Boom. Boom. And I was like, I text her, and I was like, I need a drink. And she goes, Miss Tracy, I'm going to figure it out. I'll get you a drink if it kills you. And so she sent it to me in a mason jar. And when I got it, I thought to myself, this isn't going to work. But I left it to you. Like, it's not my job to constantly. And look, nice and packaged. Nothing broke. It was perfect. And very light, by the way. So this plastic was perfect for you to have for your company.
Yeah. And all the drinks that you guys were shipped, they were all named off of an event or a something that happened for it to be called the drink that they are called. I hand make these drinks myself. All fresh ingredients, all fresh garnishes. In the watermelon drinks, it's usually the blueberries, the blackberries, and raspberries. But because it was being shipped, I didn't want to put them inside the bottles because then they would have either spoiled or.
That's a good for you. Good, thank you. I appreciate that. This didn't have any mint in it.
Yeah.
This didn't have any mint in it, and I was thinking, why didn't she put mint in it? Yeah, because it's for shipping. So I got you.
That's the only reason.
I got you.
Yeah, and I know it's really humid outside, and I'd rather be safe than sorry.
I appreciate this. So I want to tell everyone.
You're the only one that doesn't have drinks.
Well, I live in Japan, so yeah, I live in Japan.
I would have shipped to Japan. I've shipped to Canada, but yeah, I would have shipped to Japan.
But it would have been way too expensive, and she wouldn't have gotten it in time. I think Desi said she gets her mail a month later.
Yeah,
really?
It's been
oh wow.
Yeah.
Okay.
So I had already decided to leave her out, but I called her and I was like, "Listen, we're gonna be drinking, so sorry."
Listen, I support Black women. I support Black businesses.
So right now, I'm in the process
I need to drink to support you.
So right now I'm in the process of distributing. So my next move is I really want to get into distribution, where my drinks are pretty much anywhere. You can go to any either liquor store or Target, because Target sells liquor.
Yes.
I like to see the packaging in stores. So that's what I really want to do. That's a goal of mine, but I got to crawl before I walk.
And you got to get the idea. So the fact that you want distributing, you're gonna get distributing.
Yeah.
The Bullseye is really going to promote Black-owned business.
True.
So get to the Bullseye. They really fucked up with George Floyd. One manager in a store close to Target, some of the protesters came in to get water. And a manager refused the protesters.
What?
And so, yes.
I didn't know this.
That's why the Bullseye, that's why the Bullseye got attacked all over in the 50 states. One little racist manager caused the Bullseye a lot of money. Even the one closest to me. It's a tiny little one.
Oh, wow.
They had to board up the windows and shut down for weeks.
Wow.
Because it was more
Wow.
about, I don't think people knew this when it came down to that part of looting. But it came down to, like, fuck you. Like, how dare you?
Yeah.
Not that they meant to get dragged into this crap. It was one manager there in Minnesota. So you know what? One person can change everything. Remember that. You could change it for the good or you could change it for the bad. But what came out of it is the Bullseye is going to have a whole Black-owned section. So get to them.
Yeah.
Yes. Cheers to that.
Heck yeah. Cheers to that, and we are calling it into existence for you, Chrissy.
Yes.
I was watching a video last night, and I'll send it to you, Chrissy. I was going to send it to my book club, which I still can, but it's some like namaste type of guy with the head wrap. Excuse me if I'm being racist. I don't mean to be. Like from India. And he was talking about this tree in the desert, which you can barely find a tree in the desert. And there was this tree. And a man went up to the tree, and it was called the wishing tree. And he said, I wish for water, and water showed up. I wish for food, and food showed up. I wish for whatever, and that showed up. And then he started slipping. And he wished for something negative, and it was taken away. And he didn't mean to say it, but he also wished to die. And he did. Here's what I've noticed. If you want it, you can have it. Now, how long it takes you, that's up to you, an American issue.
So I manifested every
But spirit will manifest for you.
I manifested.
And you don't seem to have a problem manifesting. You're a Taurus. And I remember, like, okay, I talk too much, and I'm sorry, guys. I'm sorry. But Tauruses are my pet.
Go ahead.
I want to do this to my Tauruses. I want to be like, yo, y'all are in Uranus and Taurus. At this stage of the game, Tauruses can be their biggest enemy, the biggest fuck up. You don't have to be. So which Tauruses am I talking to? Am I talking to the Taurus that's going to get mad at me because I'm calling them out? Or I'm talking to a Taurus like you? Or a Taurus like Destiny that is hearing me and is like, what can I do different, Spirit? What can I do different? And you figured it out during the COVID, and that's beautiful.
COVID pushed me into my purpose. COVID has actually been a blessing in disguise.
Yes.
Because it really made me shape things in order so that in 2021 we are well prepared.
Yes. You know, I did a horoscope.
So some people are mad with
said,
COVID owes me nothing.
You could be mad with COVID. You think that bitch cares? You could be mad with COVID.
Yeah.
If COVID makes you lose your job, what better can come out of losing your job? Because something great can come out of it, but it's going to take you a moment to think about it. And if you need to be depressed and cry about it and complain, I'm going to give it to you. But COVID don't give a fuck.
Exactly.
Yep.
Exactly. Yep. I just pulled up and got everything that I needed to do. And COVID actually pushed me to make sure that everything that I'm doing is legal, is legit. That way, when this becomes a multi-million-dollar business, we're covered. We're protected. So,
Get your business in order. Exactly.
I can't say COVID owes me anything. It pushed me into my purpose of ultimately where I wanted to be.
Yeah. What a blessing.
Yeah.
So, what's the name of your company? Tell the world.
My company's name is Cocktails by Chrissy. We are a mobile bartending company that has just expanded to pre-made cocktails to go.
Cocktails by Chrissy.com and on IG.
Yes.
Cocktails by Chrissy. Cocktails by Chrissy.
We
guys.
are Cocktails by Chrissy. Yes. And we also ship.
And you also ship, clearly, because 3 of us are in California and you're in Atlanta, so.
Go order some. Get you some.
Mm-hmm.
Get you some
Yep.
drinks. Get you some drinks. I'm so proud of you.
So good.
I'm so
like
excited.
already thinking about what I'm
Yeah.
getting next.
I know.
Yes.
Seriously, as I'm sitting here, I want to open up my watermelon one.
Oh, it's
But
so
I'm like,
good, Tracy.
Don't make
You
me.
have to try it.
Oh, I'm so
I took
sad.
a sip of all of
that
them.
one.
I'm
ordered that
actually
one.
drinking the mango. But you got to try that. Now I want the mojito.
That mango that you have there. What a pretty cup.
Mm-hmm.
It's just a stemless wine glass. But
Oh,
thank you.
I like stemless wine glasses. Those are
I
my
love it.
favorite.
I got them. It was like 6 of them for like less than $12 at Target.
They're my favorite.
Mm-hmm. I can really see Chrissy in Target. She's gonna be something.
Yep.
Yes.
And I think, and here's the thing I wanted to say about Target. Okay, so it's unfortunate that one manager messed it up, because I know Target is one of the is a big supporter of Black people, and during Black History Month, listen, they have a whole section for Black people. I can't tell you how many shirts, how many things that were made and designed by Black people.
Yeah.
Shirts, headbands that I've gotten, like pieces of clothing just from Target, and they put it in the section. It's like Black History Month. Now, I live in the South, and people got issues with that. They were also, but whatever. They still did it anyway. They did it across stores. And even I remember going in Target last year when I lived in the U.S. For Black History Month, and they had their cashiers, like they had their associates wear like Black History Month, and I think they've even had Black Lives Matter shirts. That's fantastic.
And they made Juneteenth a paid holiday for everybody, and then they also made them shirts that they gave them for free if they wanted to wear to support, and masks.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
And they were the pioneers of the Black-owned business. They were the first ones to put the honey pot on. So I know Chrissy's going to be there. I know she's going to be
there. So if you
Chrissy,
guys got to buy from a big box store, Target's where to go.
we've already put you in Target. Cocktails by Chrissy, we've already put you there.
We spoke it.
And if a bunch of psychics put you there, it's going to happen.
It's true. Somebody said they want to order. I'm trying to find them.
Oh, Cocktails by Chrissy on IG.
Yeah.
That way you can
and
look
it's
at
Chrissy. It's CRY.
Yeah. CRYSSY.
Thank you, Yummy. Cocktails by Chrissy. CRYSSY.
Thank you for the plug, guys. Thank you guys so much for the support. I'm sorry about the signal. I'm in New Jersey visiting family. We had a gender reveal today.
What's the reveal? What's the reveal?
I'm in New Jersey, so I'm talking to you guys in the car. Usually I would be home and I'll have all my Cocktails by Chrissy stuff behind me.
I thought you were going to be
I'm
home.
working.
What's the reveal? What's the reveal?
So it was a boy.
No.
It was a gender reveal.
And what part of Jersey?
Yeah, the dad was really excited. We are in Linden.
Linden. Okay. All right. I got married out of Montclair, New Jersey. So Jersey is still close to my heart, even though I also divorced my husband out of Jersey. So I love Jersey for several reasons. I got married and I got divorced and I got everything that I wanted. Jersey's a good state to get divorced, people. Good state.
Yeah.
Relocate to Jersey for 6 months. Get a divorce. They don't play.
I got a Jersey guy too, so.
Your guy's from Jersey?
I don't know what.
He's from Jersey?
His family is from New Jersey, yes.
From what part?
Yeah,
Guys, I'll be right back. Somebody's knocking at my door.
He was born and raised in Lincoln.
Girl, you never told me he was from Jersey. I would have loved him more. I love Jersey.
Yeah, I do too. I love it here. We'll probably stay here till tomorrow and then head back home.
I love Jersey. Jersey is such a sleepy state. Like nothing ever happens in Jersey. I mean,
everything
even Newark
is so different here now with this COVID thing going on. It's like you really can't move around like you want to.
They must have a lot of restrictions. I did hear that the East Coast, the cases are rising again, even though they got it under control. It's sad. All right, honey, we're gonna end this. Cocktails.
Hey,
by Crysses, CRYSSY, my people. Everybody put it in your feed if you can. Cocktails by Chrissy. Cocktails by Chrissy. We love you. She is Black owned.
Yes.
We want to see you in the bullseye.
Yes.
Yes. Bullseye.
I'm here for it.
Yes.
Me too.
Yeah. Speaking into existence.
Indeed.
I'm so grateful
Thank
for you
Chrissy.
guys for calling me and inviting me to this. I'm so grateful. Have a good.
She's like, have a good day. Bye.
Yeah.
Have a good day. Well, the crackly noise was her. So guess what? We live with it. It's not that big of a deal. Listen, we are sloppy at best. We're all doing the best we can in a
Right. Like, but here's the thing. We talked about it like 4 million different times. We brought it up.
I'm not trying to be professional. We're lucky that the concept is here. We're just listen, sit back and have fun. It's okay. None of it.
I'm happy to have, like, we're happy to have, businesses on here, to support. And people come on here and everybody's audio isn't perfect.
Right.
Okay.
Yeah.
But we're just happy to have people here.
We're doing the best we can.
Right. And to promote their products. And if we told you what the issue is, there's no need to keep bringing it up. Stop.
Yeah.
No, like, go get your taco by Chrissy.
Yeah.
We need your help.
And enjoy it. Jeez.
The public, we need your help. This is not the view from The Real View on Channel 7. They get experts working for them.
Right.
This is the best we can do. Sloppy, fun. You know what, guys? I like being sloppy. It's my mantra.
Right. We are none of us perfect. We are not.
No.
We're
not.
We are.
Good reception from Japan is amazing, though. What is that?
Yeah.
Strong internet.
So before we go on, I don't mean to take over, Desi. I just wanted to honor. Hold on, let me just get this text out the way. Again, sloppy. I just would like to honor. I would like to honor Black is King.
Yes.
We watched it as a viewing party yesterday. I put a disclaimer to Disney. Don't block the viewing party. At first, so I have this book club, right? And I was like, I'm going to announce it. And then one of the girls was like, Jem Doll, she was like, I don't think you should, thinking that they might block me. And I was like, fuck that. Fuck Disney. Beyonce, she know better than mess with me. I went off. I was like, Beyonce know better? She know better? And then my chicken ass was like, what if Spirit is talking through her? What if Spirit is like, girl, You could do this, but don't make a big announcement. So I didn't want to admit that I was wrong. So hours later, I came back and I was like, hey, so I'm going to wait till the last minute to promote it, because what if Spirit is talking to you, Kiana, and my dumb black ass is going to act like Beyonce owes me something. It was hilarious. She was cracking up. And I was like, I'm not stupid. I know when Spirit shows up in somebody else. So we watched it as a viewing party. I did put a disclaimer to Disney that not everybody has Disney Plus. I do. It's a viewing party. And this is what Black people do. We do it the worst way possible. Sometimes we'll have a big screen in somebody's backyard. Like, that's how we do it. Sloppy.
Mm-hmm.
So if you listen to my version of Black is King, I'm screaming, I'm yelling. Let me apologize to everyone. I'm like, oh, Beyonce! I was crying. I was obnoxious. It was ridiculous.
Mm-hmm.
I was like, I want to go home. I want to go home. Like, literally. Oh my God, Yemi. I was terrible. And then finally somebody was like, I like Tracy's commentary. And don't tell me that. I was like, I want to go home. I was obnoxious. But Desi, I watched my version back again, but now I need to watch the version that doesn't have me in it. And you had some really good points in certain parts in the movie about the ascension, and it was beautiful. There was so much messaging in that.
Yeah.
Damn. I was like, damn, she really went out to send a message to everyone.
Yeah,
it was
the visuals
beautiful.
Were stunning. The visual storytelling is fantastic, and I really appreciated it. And I really appreciated it for, again, the visuals and the fashions. It was great.
The fashion. Oh, the
fashion.
The fashion was ridiculous. But I also like? I like dancing, right? Because I always compare, like, privately. I look at African stuff privately. I even have a lot of African followers. They are sloppy as fuck, by the way. So Africans, don't play no shit with me. I follow y'all. Y'all are sloppy as fuck. Anyway.
Love y'all.
Love y'all. I follow the dancing. And do you know a lot of their dancing is no different than our dancing? The DNA still exists.
Yep, the bond still exists.
Why are we wearing cowrie beads? Why? Why is that a thing? We should not have those memories. Yeah.
But it's embedded. It's in the DNA. We recognize people just like they recognize us.
Yes. So when she did all that dancing yesterday, I was like African.
Yeah.
Oh, I think my phone my AirPods wants to die. I don't care. All right. On to the next. I got to get some ice. I'm drunk.
Oh, can I put in my 2 cents, Tracy? Because you wanted me to speak on that last night. So did you guys, first of all, because I know a lot of people missed the overall message or didn't understand what Black is King was about, for those who didn't watch Tracy's watch party, it was a story of Beyonce showing what happened, the transition and the ascension to become ancestor, and what happens when you connect with your ancestors, and how your life becomes divinely guided and easier. It was a story of ascension to become an ancestor. And let's clear up a couple things, because people kept getting this part confused. The horns. The horns were not demonic, you guys. You do understand that demons, as they are being represented today, which let's all not get confused, demons look like the rest of us, and we call them lovers, friends, and family.
Girl!
Okay, the actual depiction that we get of demons is that they're dark, associated with the color red, and the horns. Oh, gee, let me see. So everything that's associated with Africa, because we always got to demonize African people. And I want to know something. How is it the Africans are the oldest culture in the whole entire world, but they need the coloners to come and tell them what their spiritual beliefs should be?
Girl.
Thank you.
Or should we go to the actual source and go figure that out? Also, if you notice, all right, formation was about the empowerment in the here and now and accepting who you are on this earth. Lemonade was about healing yourself spiritually. Black is King was about connecting to the Orishas and your ancestors and tapping into your own personal magic.
That's what it was about.
And
ultimately.
every Orisha was represented when she was in the Lakes and the Rivers. Yamaya, when she was wearing those horns, because that is a protection symbol, but she was also channeling Horath, who is the daughter of Ra, who guides you through the afterlife in the Egyptian beliefs. This was not a modern day documentary about Africa in the modern day that people are getting it confused.
Oh, I hope nobody thought that.
Journey, and every single culture and tribe in Africa and their beliefs were represented in order to get you to embrace that. And if you see, Lemonade was also about embracing the Orishas and the Hoodoo traditions. This was about the Yoruba tradition, where it originated from. And so if anybody ever wants to talk about Oshun or the Orishas, well then go fucking look at a Seven African Powers candle and look up the story to that, because if they're evil, why were the ones that guided Jesus off the cross, the crossover?
That's true.
Yeah.
So that's what it was. It was about embracing our ancestors, and I can tell you this, because I made this joke yesterday because it actually happened. I have a Google Nest that I listen to music with, and yesterday I kept accidentally saying, "Hey Spirit, play Beyonce," and then I was like, "This damn speaker stopped working," and I realized I wasn't saying "Hey Google," I was saying "Hey Spirit." Today I told it to play another song because I play music for my ancestors and dance with them every morning. It kept playing Already and Water over and over on a loop. The Beyonce songs, You're a King Already, and then the Water song with Pharrell. It kept playing them over and over and over again. And my ancestors love that music, and my ancestors are Italian, so. But I also want to say this, because Italians, everybody knows we were invaded by the Africans. They taught us how to bathe. They taught us all that stuff, and I give credit to them. They are the reason why I have my big lips and my big ass and my little ears, because that didn't come from the Romans. That came from the Africans and my family mixed with.
That's right.
And if you go on my mitochondrial DNA, I am from Africa. Thank you very much. But we use horns because we adopt it for spiritual protection, and that originated in Italy from the Africans. Nobody gives shit to Italians because we're white. So just wanted to clear that up. And once again, Beyonce is not a part of the Illuminati. Baphomet Jenner and her coven of succubi that she calls children are. But Beyonce,
you call her Baphomet?
To her ancestors and Oshun and blessed by them. So stop diminishing her talents and her success because the white people want to claim that she's, in the Illuminati. No, that's what being connected to your ancestors brings you.
It's not the Illuminati. Let's take that away from her, finally. All right?
Yes.
Let's take the Illuminati away from her.
She done told y'all. She does hoodoo. That's it.
Yes.
And she
claimed it.
The Illuminati is an excuse to not believe in African culture, to not believe in the Orishas. Yeah. It's time to believe. It's time to get there. Now, my book club, we're all diving in, getting to know all our Orishas. Every chance I get, I will do a video. Our next video is going to be on Chango. Chango. All right? Thank you. See?
And one last thing about the Orishas, if you guys notice and you look up, all the Pantone colors of years connect to an Orisha. And yellow is the color this year, Oshun.
Yep.
And if you look at all the natural disasters that happen, that is one of the Orishas coming in to take over and insert their power over the world, which is when the floods happen. That's Oshun coming in and being like, I told y'all, get in line.
Yes.
We're doing this. Because,
Yes.
and this is the thing too, the saying goes that, I can't remember if it's 1,000 years or 100 years, but they say the ancestors sleep for that long. They have awoken, you guys. I've been telling everybody to start connecting with their ancestors last year because a spiritual war was coming to this earth because they were tired of us fucking it up.
Yes.
COVID put us all the time out to give the earth a break and to sit down and pay attention to what's right.
Down.
So
And
now
now
connect to
they're
your
coming
ancestors
in.
and your Orishas. That's all I'm
Yeah.
going to say.
If Chango and Oya have anything to do with it, on top of Oshun, any hurricanes with thunder and lightning,
Mm-hmm.
I appreciate you saying that, Bella.
Mhm.
That's their opportunity to come in. It's not just a lightning storm. Because actually they're worse now than they've ever been. That's because they're coming in.
Mhm.
And I believe that they're coming in to help the protesters, to change the diaphragm of the way the world is today. It's got to get ugly before it gets better.
Yep.
Woo.
Yeah.
Bella, you said a mouthful.
And one more tip for you guys. If you really want to connect to the power of your ancestors and you have an ancestor table, this is what I did one day when I was frustrated because I felt like I couldn't come up with any way to help things other than just posting, and I was like, felt like I was hitting a wall. I literally sat there and I was like, my great grandmother did not come to this fucking country and go through everything that she went through for me to be here, for me not to be able to do anything. And I stood at my ancestor table lighting candles and I was like, God damn it, I am Antoinetta's daughter. I am her legacy. And after that, I just got on Instagram and I was like, I'm donating and we're donating. I started going off. And but you feel so powerful. You bring their energy into you.
Stepping into your power from your ancestors, your Orishas.
Because they are
from
our
your
soul
belief
bones, you
system.
guys.
And by the way, I'm trying to encourage African Americans, the Orishas, because it's a forgotten religion. It's forgotten. It went away. However, you got Catholics.
I'm always this type girl.
Yeah, Shango's associated with Saint Bernadette.
Mm-hmm.
So just come in.
Mm-hmm.
Just come in. We need you. We need your spiritual strength. We need your spiritual growth. Whew. Call on your ancestors.
And if you
it's
guys
time
don't
to just believe.
The indigenous people, they all connect to their ancestors, and they're doing work too to take back this country that was stolen from them as well. Because
that's right.
My son's dad is a registered tribe member, and his mom's always telling me what they're doing on the reservations and everything. They be doing some work too, trust me. So we all got to work together because this is not just a war that can be fought on this, in the present. We have to invoke the spirits. We have to bring them in.
Down.
That's how Haiti
energy.
That's how Haiti escaped from the slavery. So we got to do the same thing. What worked for before? Doing that here too, because they didn't want to just fight with swords in their hands over there to win that battle.
Yeah, I tell people that the reason why I believe Haiti won or even had the ability to fight is because they went from a hot country to a hot country.
Mm-hmm.
And they figured it out. Whereas the Americans went from a hot country to a cold country, and it was easy to debilitate them. But Haiti remembered. They talked the same language, and when they made a decision not to let the British do this to them, they won.
Yep.
So guess what?
Thank you guys for listening, and trust me, if you follow me on Instagram, this has nothing to do with the drink. Like, get me start talking about anything spiritual or injustice, and I start getting real loud and crazy anyway.
And
it's the Leo rising. It's not the drink.
Remind them what your IG is.
Oh, it's the same name, Psychic Bella Love on Instagram.
Yes. You know what? We always have new people. There's never the same people. There's the same people that come on the feed, but you will see throughout the week new people will come in. So I just want to make sure.
Oh yeah.
If this is the
And
first
I
time
love you guys who
anywhere.
followed me. Thank you. I appreciate
Did
all of
they
you.
follow you? Follow
Good.
them.
Yes, thank you. You guys are so sweet. Actually, I'm wearing nails that one of your people, she made
Sent to
this
you?
custom set for me and sent it to
That is
me.
Yay!
Love that.
Yes, it was so
That
sweet.
is
She just all of a
gorgeous.
sudden out of nowhere was like, I found you by Tracy. I wanted to send you some nails. She won't let me promote her yet because she's testing them. So I'm testing them for her and seeing how they withstand shuffling cards.
That's great.
And all that.
Advertising for her. Are you allowed to give her
They
name?
They look really nice.
She wants me to wait until she's testing them right now. So she wanted to see if they withstand shuffling tarot cards before she starts selling them.
Got it. You know what? That goes to show you all that during the COVID, people are really trying to invest in newness. And look, somebody sent Bella some nails. She's going to test them out. She's going to shuffle them cards. That's so sweet.
Mm-hmm.
It was. So I love all of you guys. Thank you. Oh, somebody said that was worth staying up for. Oh, thank you. I appreciate that.
Wolverine, are you in another country? Are you in Europe? Because it would be about 11 over there, too? Maybe around 2 over there, 8 hours.
Thank you, Shelly.
Okay. All right, Desi, take it away.
Okay.
And by the way, we're always going to be talking about the Orishas all month. We're going to be talking about the Orishas. We want y'all to make it natural, feel comfortable all month. Mm-hmm. This is not just today.
Wolverine's in England. Oh my God, I love that. Thank you for
8 hours
staying up to watch us.
Yes, yes. Thank you, Wolverine. Take it away, Desi.
Okay, so I guess speaking of 45, I guess going back to 45, there's the TikTok ban. Right. Horrible. The TikTok ban is a thing.
It's a thing. It's a whole thing.
It is.
And
now,
I don't know
is
how
that not a sore loser? That's a sore loser.
Yeah.
A bunch of kids whipped his ass and came up with a plan to reserve tickets. They didn't buy the tickets. They reserved the tickets.
Right.
He thought he was going to have a full crowd. And TikTok was like, nobody showed up, which was shocking. We're like, wait, what happened? I thought you were going to get a full crowd. Nobody showed up. And then once he found out it was TikTok, he was pissed.
Oh, God.
Yeah.
I mean,
you guys just change your location. You can still use it.
Yeah.
Oh, say that again. People need to hear that, Bella.
If you change, okay, so everybody on Instagram was saying that if you change your location to a country that it's not banned in, because India already did ban it, because India and China are going to be part of a war soon, guys. But India banned them, but they were saying that everybody figured out that you get around it if you put that your location is in one of the countries where it's still allowed. Like right now, everybody's saying use Canada or Mexico.
Oh,
right. If you use a VPN, you can get around it.
Yeah, and you can get free VPNs, you guys.
Yes. Okay, so, hey guys, I wasn't trying to follow TikTok. I thought it was for 20-year-olds. And then when the COVID hit, TikTok really took off. So I'm going to follow TikTok because the president wants to ban y'all. Period. I'll use a VPN. I'll use it in Canada. That's the safest place for me right now. I'm going to follow y'all TikTok just because he doesn't want us to.
Right.
Yeah.
And like he thought he was getting lit up before. These kids are about to drag him across. It's going to be so good. Y'all, I support TikTok just because of this. I barely tag him.
I just also want to say that K-pop, you guys are amazing. And if other ethnic groups would figure out that they should come on board BLM's mantra, come on board. No separation anymore. I don't want to hear it. All the groups join BLM. If you join BLM, guess what? You will overpower the issues.
Right.
Yeah.
K-pop really blew it out the water. I was so proud of them. I lived in Koreatown, and I love my Koreans. I was the only black for miles. And they would say to me, "You so nice. You so nice." No, that's how they say it to me. "You so nice. You so nice." And I thought they were saying I was nice, but I realized what they were saying, that as a black person, I'm nice. I didn't understand it. I was like, "You don't know me." Because I would just get up my seat, or they would yell at me, "Oh, you get up. And I was like, "Yeah, no, of course." And I would get up, but I'm not going to argue. The old woman coming on, a little back, no, I'm going to sit there and young and able, even though I was disabled. I'm still legally disabled, people. Don't get it twisted. I am. I'm legally disabled. No. But how am I going to make that announcement to them when I look able-bodied? I'm legally disabled.
I gotta stop drinking this stuff, honestly.
I'm legally disabled. Legally. But guess what? I don't walk around with a handicap tag. None of that. Because I know white folks can be crazy, excuse my language, and the minute they see you walking around halfway normal, they'll be like calling the cops. I don't have time for that. I don't even walk around with the thing anymore. No, why should I? No, I don't want to give anybody an excuse to have to explain I'm legally disabled. Legally. Right. But I can walk. Yes, you're right. I can walk. So guess what I do? I fucking walk. Fuck it. I don't need any Karens telling me what I can and cannot do. And that was before the Karens were the Karens. I'm talking about 8 years ago.
Yeah.
Oh, there was still Karens. It just wasn't. Listen,
it wasn't
they had
televised
since the dawn of time. Okay,
it just
there's
wasn't
many Karens somewhere. Just saying. But I understand what you're saying, and you're right about the K-pop people, because when I say they hijack every hashtag that's even remotely kind of racist or fucked up, they'll be like, you go and you click on it, you're like, why is this trending? And you click on it and it's all them like dragging Trump and dragging racists. And it's fantastic. I love them.
They are adorable. And I'm so proud of them. And I the only time I wish I was young enough to participate in something. Because I'm a good rebellion. I love a good rebellion.
Right.
And I'm an old broad. I'm too tired to rebel now. I'd rather rah-rah for my TV. Go.
No.
Right. And we're all about celebrating Gen Z anyway. You know what I mean? As a millennial, I definitely look at them, Gen Zers as like they're gonna be the ones to make the change. They're gonna be the ones to the catalyst for it, right?
Agreed.
And so I support anything that they do. I don't want to be one of those people, like my parents were, was like, that music, what are they listening to? Get off my lawn kind of person. You know what I mean? Like, I'm gonna support them. And so TikTok is their thing. TikTok is definitely a Generation Z thing. So I'm gonna support.
It really took off during the COVID. Like, it wasn't just the youth anymore. Like, others picked up on it, and I was like, I kind of like this TikTok thing.
Yeah. Look, it made Jason Derulo. It made him somebody. He went from doing a dude. He went from being a dude dancing in a cat costume in that horrible movie.
And that cat costume didn't work for no one.
It did not.
So true.
And he's big on TikTok.
He's so big on TikTok. I don't even have TikTok, and I know that.
I saw him in concert one time, like when he first came out with his first song that made it that What You Say song. I won tickets from a local radio station, and I was like 7 months pregnant at the freaking concert. So I was kind of like standing in the corner, like, don't nobody bump into me. But he sings so good, and he was dancing around and doing the whole thing like in person. It was like you I thought he was singing along to a track or like lip syncing, and then the track skipped and he kept singing, and I was like, wait, he's really singing that? Like, oh my God, like he is actually really good at live, you guys. So he is talented. He might be corny, but he's talented.
You're right. Listen,
He is.
TikTok brought him back from the brink of irrelevance.
Okay. So I'm back to COVID. What good can come out of the COVID? He figured that shit out. TikTok.
You sure did.
Yep.
You sure did. Because I was like, oh yeah, Jason Derulo. Like,
Where's he been? And he seems so adorable. He's one of the nicest artists out there, I think. All right.
Yeah.
Look, as far as I know, he's not problematic, so I support Jason. I support him. I mean, look,
he runs his own business and does his little dances with his shirt off on TikTok and then collects his check. So we like him.
Get it.
And as long as they like it, I love it. Again, I'm not gonna yuck somebody's yum. Y'all cool. He cool with me. Gen Z, I support you. I support TikTok.
So wait
All
a
right.
second.
Yeah.
Oh, because that's the Zoom. I like to call them the Zoomers now.
Yeah, I call them Zoomers too.
Yeah, Zoomers.
I'm gonna start that. Zoomer. As opposed to boomers, right? Because baby boomer.
The bookend to boomers.
Yeah.
Boomers fucked everything up. That's my group. We fucked everything up. We
Gotcha.
We're like barely a boomer, Tracy.
Money. We raised prices on everything, education, homes. So my group fucked everything up. Yep. Don't. Yeah.
Tracy's like barely a boomer, though. Like, let's not include you in that. What came after the boomers? That's what we're gonna consider Tracy.
No.
Generation X.
Boomer.
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
No.
No. One of my close friends, Jason, he was trying not to be a boomer, and when we checked his date, I'm like, "Bitch, you're a boomer." Don't try to.
Wait, are you talking about Jason Tarot Wizard or another Jason? I could see him doing that. You guys, I know Jason in real life too.
What'd you say? What you say?
Oh, I said I've met Jason in real life too, so I can imagine that because his family lives in the next town over from me. So when he comes and visits his family, we always get lunch together. I can so see Jason being like, "I'm not a boomer. I'm not a boomer."
He's a boomer. I checked him. He cannot not be a boomer. I checked. He tried so hard not to be a boomer. I'm like, no, you're in there.
Listen, we will make you all honorary members of Generation X. It's okay. We just pretend it didn't,
Listen, if I gotta be in a generation, put me with the Zoomers. I like them better.
Okay,
Put me with
Tracy,
the
your
Zoomers.
newest
They gotta go
birth
on.
date is 1999.
8899. That's you.
Isn't that a song?
Is it?
I don't know.
19.
Sounds like it.
Or is it?
No, it is. That's
Oh, that
Prince.
was Prince. We're gonna party like it's 1999. Yeah.
I'm really bad with music. I'm really bad with music, and my son is a musician. How does that happen? He constantly sends me his music, and it's just so adorable. Of course, I support him. But how?
Aww.
How? Usually
That's
the
sweet.
mother, the father, the child. No. I'm like, what song is that? What is that? What are the
Okay, now
words
you are
to it?
sounding like a boomer.
See?
Dang.
Yeah. I was just thinking that too. I was like,
You sounding like a boomer. But again, we assigned you a new birth date. Just accept it. 8899. That's you. There we go.
I'm okay with it. So, Yemi, what we got for a reading?
Oh, we're talking about Ellen. And Ellen's in a bit of a pickle. And that's being her show is under investigation. She's I think she's already stated that, you know, for misconduct on the set, you know, or not on the set, but like misconduct behind the scenes. And a lot of her previous and former employee, or previous and current employees, excuse me, have accused her of being not so nice and, you know, a real bitch.
Well, and wait a second, Desi, this has been circulating for months.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. And so you're right, and I think she's finally decided that she's going to give it up, her show. But you know, I'm just kind of curious about the investigation, like what's going on around her show. That's the question.
Well, and there's also several male producers who were exposed for sexism and racism as well. So it wasn't just Ellen, don't look me in the eyes. It's that it was a whole entire culture of just nastiness and everything you shouldn't do in life going on behind the scenes on the set. And the older brother from Everybody Loves Raymond said, and I saw Perez Hilton reposted it, and he said that guy, his name's Brad Garrett, he was a guest on Ellen 6 or 8 times or something like that. And he stopped ever appearing on the show again, like after 2007, and he refused to ever go back no matter what he was promoting, because he worked with new people behind the scenes who told him all these horror stories about what was going on. And he said he encouraged them to report it, and they said, if I do, I'll lose my job. And I got a family feed, so I have to put up with it.
That's the thing that bothered me, is that all these people that were accused were like, I have no record, no one came, no one complained about me, no one said anything. And how could people do that?
Exactly.
Like, how, if everyone is protecting them, who are they supposed to talk to? Mm-hmm. Of course you have
if you get fired, do you take a day off?
That's the trick to harassment, though. That's the whole problem to harassment. They literally get to say there's no record.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. You can't get away with that in 2020.
No.
The record is me speaking up right now. That's the record.
Yeah.
Totally loving. Oh, hi, Tiffany. I'm totally loving this vibe today.
Oh, Tiffany W.
Bella is a great addition.
Yes, she is.
Oh, you said thank you already. I'm just noticing the comments.
Well, I don't know. The BuzzFeed article that came out like really blew the lid off of all of this. Like, we had been hearing like whispers of things, you know, because I remember that there was a thread like right when the
right as soon as COVID hit.
Yeah. There was a thread.
Yeah, that Twitter thread.
It was crazy then, but then BuzzFeed sort of picked it up. And they were like, oh, here's what's really going on, this toxic culture.
Yeah. Well, and the thing is, too, guys, if you see that your coworker got fired because they took the day off because their mom died, are you going to be like, oh, let me go tell them that the producer asked me to give them head at the Christmas party? Hell no. You're going to be like, I got my kids to worry about. Let me find another job and then I'll say something. Mm-hmm. And so that's why, like, a lot of this stuff wasn't reported, because these white corporations know exactly how to play it. Instill fear in people, and they won't do anything because they'll be scared to be the person who's singled out.
Exactly.
I first heard about it because this makeup artist, this like famous makeup artist from YouTube, she came out as trans, and I think she's from the Netherlands, and she got an interview with
Nikki Tutorials.
Nikki Tutorials, and when they when she got the interview, and when she came back, she was just like, Ellen is not nice, their team is not nice, and she did not have anything positive to say about the show. And that was pre-COVID, like that was, but this year it was recent.
Yeah, and also she said that they wouldn't let her use the private bathroom, and
that's
she
right.
was on there because Nikki had come out as trans after being on YouTube you know, in the makeup scene for years and years and years, and nobody knew that she was transgender and she was blackmailed. So she came out with it on her own and exposed herself. So then Ellen had her on the show, and she was like, you know, the underlying tone of that was Ellen wanted the opportunity to get all the YouTube views of having her on there, but then she was still being transphobic in, oh, you can't use the private bathrooms, you got to go outside and use the public ones.
You know what? But someone wrote here, I know all about this subject, and honestly, I wish all the toxic employers would just go away, be found out about, and more. The problem with toxic managers is that they literally hold your career in their hands. So there's a couple of things to that, right? And what you all don't know, because Yemi, I don't know if you experienced this, and Bella, I don't know if you experienced this, but I know when we come home every day, I'm sorry, guys, the words out of our mouth is that racist manager. Like, we live with something different every day, and we believe it. Not only do we believe it, when you go to tell a story, you know what we say? He's white, right? And they're like, girl, you know. So it's funny, and it's really important to start discussing these things. Because I swear to God, corporate America has no idea how racist they are.
Exactly.
They have no clue.
They know.
Tracy.
Yeah.
Tracy, do you know what one of my clients came and told me like a month ago? She's at a meeting with her new job, and of course, you know, everybody has to work from home because they're in quarantine. And somebody asked her boss, because he had to go on a business trip, oh, are you going to quarantine yourself? And they're in New York. He said, Cuomo won't do shit to me. I could go out on, and she's a black person, he wouldn't do anything to me. She's the only black person that works at that company. She was in tears. Bella, what do? I was like, give me his number, I'll kill him. Like, I was so fucking nuts. She's like, this is what happens, though. And he didn't think nothing of it. And then later on, somebody told him, oh, you hurt her feelings. And he told her, oh, but I was just joking, but I'm sorry that bothered you.
Yeah.
Okay.
He's the owner of the company. Who can she go to above him?
But you know what I like about COVID, though, and also what I like about Trump, is that these people are revealing themselves. I mean, it may
that's what I love about it. I want to know who my enemy is.
But they have been revealing themselves. I mean, you saw that racist guy in the restaurant. He had to resign because he wanted to call out Asian Americans.
Yeah.
So have a little faith that everything that you've ever gone through, COVID will handle it.
Yeah.
It's not your job to handle it today.
Yeah.
Let COVID do it. Because COVID is literally saying to everyone, I don't like racism. So, who gets it?
Right.
Who? You? Racist? You?
Here's the thing.
It's fucking ridiculous right now.
COVID is saying, I don't like old structures.
Yep.
Racism is an old structure.
Oh,
right?
yeah.
Still found the very foundation. Yeah.
Yes. And
so
people will get caught out there. COVID has no problem waiting. Have you seen that bitch? She has no problem waiting. She is going to annihilate systems.
Yep.
She's going to annihilate the banks. She's going to... Did you
Those are all
talk about the Postal Service, Bella? Did you take
I'm sorry?
Did you want to talk about the Postal Service?
Oh, yeah, whenever you guys are ready.
After Ellen. She is going to annihilate systems. Just wait. Real estate market will crash. When real estate market will crash, hopefully it'll be your boss real estate market. Have no fear. She's not leaving until the last drop of blood. Girl, have no fear.
Yep.
Are we all gonna hurt by it? Yes, we're all supposed to hurt by it. Period.
Yep.
But we will have a better country.
Right.
But that will depend upon you.
Yeah. All these old structures gotta go.
All of them.
We gotta be wiped away and restarted.
Because look, guys, I pulled the death card and the Three of Swords followed by 5 of coins.
Tell the public what they mean.
Okay, the end of something as is brought on by heartbreak, other people's interference, the mistreatment of others, and your coins being fucked up as a cause of it. And then it's crossed by the Knight of Coins, which is somebody being worried about the financial impact of it. So it's not looking very good, guys.
Yeah.
And then we have the Ace of Swords. So somebody is going to call an end to this, and not in a very nice way either. Not that Ellen's going to come out and be like, fuck this, I'm done. But somebody's going to go tell Ellen, fuck you, you're done.
Yep.
Yeah.
I got trapped in fear. So I feel like this was people that were very intimidated, didn't want to talk about anything. Right after that, I got partnerships and alliances, and everyone got together. They got together to speak out, and I got the waiting game. I think everybody waited to talk. I think COVID really helped people find that strength that they needed to voice themselves, and I think, I don't think it's going to be good for the show in general.
Yeah.
Sorry, I dropped my word.
Shelly says there's strength in numbers. Girl, Spirit's been literally repeating to me lately, there is more of us than there is of them. Don't be afraid just because there's money involved.
Mm-hmm. Uh-oh. You're mute. What'd you say?
Who, me?
No, not you, Tracy.
Oh, okay.
Yummy. Did you have anything else before you just? I mean.
Oh yeah.
You held the card and I was trying to see what it was. Truth be told. What card did you hold up, Yummy? Because I was trying to see what it was.
When she said there's strength in numbers, I got partnerships and alliances.
I love that card.
Oh.
That's what I got.
Gotcha. There's something here about communication and like how she communicates. Like maybe somebody might have something on tape or something. There's something about communications that are going to come out. I don't know if they're old emails that are going to come out. I don't know if it's her talking, but there's something here about communications that they have on her. I think she comes across as very, very cold. As a matter of fact, she shows up as a King of Swords here in my spread. Very cold, very calculating. I also think she's trying to figure out ways to spin this, but the damage has already been done structurally. It's over. Like I think death is on top of the tower. So it's a kamikaze at this point. I do think that she will, while she does come across as very cold and she's trying to spin it, the way she's trying to spin it and present herself as, I had no clue what was it's like I had no clue what was happening. I'm coming to you humble now.
What card is that?
Say it again.
What card is that?
Oh, the Page of Cups.
Yep.
I'm coming to you humble now. Please forgive me for, I had no idea what was happening. I had stresses and all of this other kind of stuff that's going to come out. She wants to appear to the public like this, but the public is going to move on. Like everybody's just going to move forward and move on without her, unfortunately. Money gets affected. The foundation of the show gets affected. No matter how much she tries to talk her way out of it, she still shows up like this. She still shows up cold, unforgiving. It's ugly. Yeah. Death on top of the tower told me everything I needed to know. Also, death next to the 9 of coins is her money gets blown apart over, like, unfortunately.
Well, did you see her apology, Desi? That she basically said, I didn't see things, or I should have paid more attention. Try to pass it off as like being like, I was complicit because I didn't step in and say anything, but not taking responsibility for the fact that, bitch, you were the reason why everybody thought it could get away with that because you were doing it. Like, it came from the top and trickled down. It didn't just go on behind the scenes while you were the only nice person in the building.
Wow, there's an apology? She gave an apology?
Oh, she released an apology, and she was saying that she was complicit in her ignorance and not paying attention to what was going on behind the scenes in the show. It was basically just like passing the buck on everybody else, and it was only my fault because I didn't step in and get involved and say anything, but not taking responsibility for the fact that, like, most of the complaints are about you, not the other people. The complaints about other people came after everybody started talking about what you did.
Yeah. Okay, that makes sense because I think however she wants to appear, she's in full control. Total control. This is a man that's in total control. This is a person that's in total control of a situation. They know exactly what they're doing. They're cerebral about it, almost calculating about it. They're master manipulators as well, especially with this I almost said Gemini card. This is our card. The Magician underneath, right? Master manipulator. So again, I don't care how she tries to come across. The reality here. Just me.
I'm still here though. I see you.
I did on purpose.
I can see you too.
Yeah.
Okay. Whoa, that scared the shit out of me. Sorry. I was like, what happened? Did everybody disappear? No. However she wants to appear this is how she wants to appear. This is how she truly appears. This is how she truly shows up for me. And I think it's an act here. When a magician shows up that way, it's a liar card too. So flat out. That's it. So. Tracy?
What about Tracy?
You guys can't hear me.
No, we can't.
We can hear you.
I can hear you now.
Bella, I can't hear you. Are you laughing? Say something.
Hey.
Bella, are you good?
Why am I always the one that don't get hurt?
I don't know.
I'm the loudest one too.
I don't know. Yemi, are you good?
We hear you. I hear you.
No, it's Yemi too. Hold on a second. I think when I fixed it myself, trying to figure it out while Desi was talking, and I put you solo because I wanted to experiment, and I couldn't get in anyway, I figured. So I think it's cute that I'll try next week that when somebody's talking to give them the solo spot. All right. So I was just playing around, and then you got all nervous, and I'm so sorry about that.
No, I thought everybody disappeared, and I was like, oh no, I'm not going to be on the live by myself. I'm not about to do that. You don't want to hear from me?
It was like, we see you. We see you. Keep going. It was like fascinating. Yemi's like, don't stop. Don't stop. The show must go on. If we didn't learn anything from Melissa, from the Gems, and she had to do a radio show all by herself, she was like, the show must go on. And I was like, I don't know what that looks like. But okay, Melissa, go do your thing. And she did an amazing job. Yes.
Shout out to Melissa.
Shout out to Melissa from the Gems.
Shout out to Melissa.
Unfortunately, guys, I didn't hear anybody's reading except the end. And I think most of you all agree that the ending is not going to be good. This is an end card for me, but I didn't hear most of y'all reading. I think her and her little lover Portia is entangled in this bullshit. It's not just Ellen.
Not entangled. Not you using it.
Hey, Erica Bobby said on Instagram today it's entanglement season, so we're listening because she's the queen.
I forgot. Like, there are some cold words that are uncomfortable now. I literally had a client tell me about some bullshit entanglement, and I was like, what's the entanglement? And then she told me it was like polyamorous. And I was like, first of all, that is not an entanglement. That's an agreement.
Yep.
And then I guess she thought I was going to be shocked by it. And I was like, continue. Because I don't care. Nothing shocks me anymore. In any case, her little girlfriend is going to be brought down too. It is not just Ellen. She must walk around there like her shit don't stink. The problem with Ellen, it would be one thing if it was her producers. You couldn't talk to Ellen. You couldn't look at Ellen. You couldn't speak. Don't speak to me. Don't speak to me. Ellen was one of those people. So how the fuck do you not have a toxic environment when the host of the show is toxic?
Yep.
Yep.
It's easy. You're nasty. Nastiness gets trickled down. You ever have a bad parent? They make bad children. And how anyone escapes a bad parent, man, you gotta be like, how?
Yeah.
You guys are so cute. You guys are like, yeah. Yeah. So Ellen's a bad parent. And she had a bunch of producers that was like, we're glad she's nasty. We don't have to tell her anything. We're in charge. Because she don't want nobody to say good morning to her, right? You dumb hoe. I'm sorry. I'm shocked. But you know what God does? I'm going to tell you what God does. I've always wanted to go on the Ellen show just to dance. That's all. I just wanted to.
No judgment.
Get it.
Yeah, me just going with it. She's like, get it, girl. Let me keep shuffling. But God never puts me where my energy is not allowed. Ever.
Mm-hmm.
I always wanted to go to New Orleans. God wouldn't put me in New Orleans until the flood happened, and then until 10 years after the flood. I've been on other talk shows, The Real, The Talk. I've been to other talk shows, not to Ellen, right here in LA. Why? Because it's toxic. The minute it came, you could see the toxicity in her eyes.
Mm-hmm.
If she showed me one more crazy eyes, I thought she had.
She has really cold eyes.
Cold eyes. I thought she had like plastic surgery because her eyes are like this constantly.
These faces, I can't.
They aren't my faces. These are Ellen's eyes.
It's the way you recreate them, though, that's just so good. It's like interpretive dance almost. It's great.
So what I've noticed was this weird hunger in her eyes, and I'm going to get to a whole nother pedophilia type of problem with her and the ankle bracelet. And I'm not accusing her of anything. I mean, this is for entertainment purposes only, and allegedly, but Twitter called her out during the COVID period.
Yeah.
Twitter was like, you got shit written across your shirt, and we dissected it. Pedophilia. And connected her to Tom Hanks, supposedly, allegedly, for entertainment purposes only. Oh, by the way, Tom Hanks is a resident of Greece now, so he left.
Mm-hmm.
And they don't have, yes, and they don't have extradition.
Yeah, because his wife is Greek, so they went and got their citizenship over there. So they left Australia where they were recovering from COVID.
Yes.
And went right to Greece and became citizens over there, and they haven't returned to the States, and they're apparently have no plans to do so.
And they don't have extradition.
Oh my God.
Yep. Unless there's a prisoner over here.
Mm-hmm. Then they trade.
We don't have a prisoner over here, so he gets to escape the whole Epstein. Was he on the Epstein list, by the way, Desi? We checked the Epstein list over the weekend. Was he on the list?
Was.
Yep.
Yep, they both were.
Yep.
That's why. That's why
Yes.
he's in Greece.
Yep.
You understand that? That's why he's in Greece.
You know, when I think it was like the Emmys, the Golden Globes, something like that, when Ricky Gervais made a joke about Epstein, and then they panned to Tom Hanks, and he was like,
He's like,
Mm-hmm.
he wasn't shocked. He was just like,
Yep.
oh my God, I'm dead. Yep.
Well, Tracy, you know what else? I just want to go back to, because you talked about Portia being involved. Well, Arrested Development, the show that she was on, the lady
I
who
love
played the
that
mom,
show. I used
exposed.
to love that show.
She exposed the dad and everybody on there because she said he used to scream at everybody on set, that he was hella mean to all the women, and that all the producers and all the other male actors just stood around and let it happen, and that she was the only person who told him, shut your fucking mouth and stop talking to everybody like that, and he started being even more abusive to her, and the whole entire cast turned against her. She exposed all that. Jeffrey Tambor, she exposed him for that. And Portia was on that show. And when she said nobody else spoke up except for her, and then she got outcasted, that means that Portia was a part of that. Because she would have said, except Portia stood up for me too, or whatever. She said everybody except for Jason Bateman let her take it.
Who said this?
Her name is Jessica something. It was the lady that played the mom on Arrested Development.
Oh, yeah. I like her. I haven't seen her much since then.
Yeah, because she got
The
blackballed
dark-haired-
because she spoke
the
out
dark-haired
about it.
woman.
That's why the
dark-haired
one
woman,
that
right?
plays the mom. No,
Just
the one
dark
that plays
hair.
the mom. Yeah,
I'm
Jessica
gonna have to look
something.
at the cat. Okay, I'll look at the.
That's why the
cast
show
again.
ended, because she spoke out and they kicked him off the show after because he was on that other show. What was it called? Transamerica or something like that. And then other people from that show said he was an asshole to them too, and that he was really mean to all the women on the show. So Netflix dropped him. So that's why that show about being trans got canceled, and that's why Arrested Development didn't do any more seasons. But nobody stood by Jessica. I forget what her last name is, but her first name is Jessica, and she played the mom on the show.
Yeah.
And she said
Listen.
the only person that stood by her or said anything or had her back was Jason Bateman.
He seems like a good guy, Jason.
Mhm.
I have always
Yeah.
liked him.
Yeah.
And I want to say,
but
Jason's
Portia,
official
obviously, she was on that show too, and she said it. So when Tracy brought that up, that Portia was involved, I'm like, well, yeah, because she was involved in the bullying on the show that she was on.
Yeah.
So I wouldn't
Yes.
there. Oh, somebody said her name is Jessica
Yeah,
Walter.
Jessica Walter. She's the one with the dark hair.
Mhm.
It's brownish
Yeah.
dark. She's
Mhm.
getting older. When you get older, your hair gets
Yeah.
lighter. But she was one of my favorite actresses. I love that show because I like quirkiness. And
Yeah.
I like
Mhm.
dumb, silly
I used to
comedy.
love that show too. George
Until-
Michael and freaking Bob Lala and all of that. Like, that was freaking
The
hilarious show.
was so fucking funny, right? It had
I
such
always
good-
tell people, Bob Lala.
Oh my
Well,
God, I
the-
had no idea she suffered this way.
Yeah. And I think
And
Jason
somebody
Bateman
else-
officially
Go ahead.
said,
Sorry, Desi.
no, it's all right. No, Jason Bateman officially said he got quote unquote tired of the show. But the reality was he kind of jumped in front of her.
Wow.
But people like,
Yep,
I can't.
he's the
Yeah.
only person that stood up for her. And
Yeah.
then also, Tracy, you were talking about racism on that show and everything. Somebody else pointed out that if you look at how she treated her black guests versus the white ones, how rude she was and dismissive to them. Like when Wendy was on the show, Wendy Williams went on the show. And apparently Ellen begged Wendy Williams to be on the show. And then she was such a bitch to her the entire time. And Wendy was just sitting there like, really? Like, she just, like, towards the end started giving it right back to Ellen because Ellen was, like, making comments like, oh, but you're messy. Oh, but this. Oh, but that. And then they showed, like, how, like, mean she was to Nicki Minaj and Kanye West and other black guests, and she's really dismissive of it. Yes, she made her tell everybody she was pregnant, and then
yes,
had a
drink
miscarriage
this
right after that.
Drink this or something.
Yeah, she did it in the
Yep, she kept giving her champagne, and Mariah kept saying, "I don't want it," and she's like, "Why? Because you're pregnant." And Mariah only had to say yes, so she would shut up. And then a week later, Mariah miscarried, and then that was when everybody found out because she had to say, because everybody was like, "Baby."
Yeah.
And they said that Mariah like never forgave her for that, and like I heard that secretly behind the scenes, Mariah wasn't trying to announce it yet because she's very superstitious, and Mariah blamed her, like, "You opened me up to the evil eye. That's why I had my miscarriage." They said Mariah like literally hates her guts forever for that.
You know, Mariah is a Cancer Leo. She's a Leo, but she's born in the month of July. You got that double hatred. You got the Cancer and the Leo in you. You at least I might be forgiving, not a Cancer Leo.
Yeah.
Damn.
I mean, look at Dakota.
No, my grandpa was a Cancer Leo too. They'd never forgive you.
No, you got that double-edged sword, like that Chango double axe. No, they don't know. They don't know how to do that. But they're actually much more loving than August Leos. They can be the nicest Leos, but fuck with them and they're out. But I do believe.
Oh, they said Mariah's an Aries. That's even worse.
Mariah's an Aries? I thought she celebrated. Yeah, that is worse. I thought she celebrated a birthday recently. That's what I thought.
Oh my God, you guys! If she's an Aries, she will literally get her sword out and you're beheaded real quick. And people were saying Wendy deserved it. Yeah, but this is the thing, though. Like, if you're portraying yourself to be the queen of nice, the way that Ellen was, why would you bring somebody as? Because everybody's very well aware that Wendy is messy. Like, that's been Wendy's reputation since forever, even back on the radio days. Like, a lot of people don't remember Wendy Williams on the radio.
Yeah.
I think Wendy on TV, bad Wendy on the radio. And so if you're going to bring them on there, why? Like, what's the point? She was literally so horrible to Wendy.
But let's go back to getting the permission from all the producers. So you don't just get to be a host and annihilate your guests.
Right.
You talk to your producers. So I'm sorry.
Oh, they said Mariah's an Aries with Cancer rising. Ooh, that's even worse.
And
Piss
she's
her off
also
emotionally and she'll really destroy you.
Yeah, I apologize. I checked her date. She's born in March. So you got the craziness of a Pisces, you know, the craziness, the loud expressiveness of an Aries, and then there's a Cancer moon in there somewhere. Listen, her money is going to be compromised, but I actually see this card as trying everything not to get kicked out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I get Portia and Ellen on opposite ends of my bookends here. I feel like there's going to be an offer to her. I feel like they're going to end the show because they have to. I think there's going to be, this is the last season. So what, we're going to get 8 months out of her. But it's karma.
Oof.
This is Evil Eye. This is all the people that's going on in her show, and she is disrespected. At least 3 people, and I say at least because there might be up to 5. See? Yes. I do feel like they're all women. Women are really taking the systems down.
I got pure women in my reading. Is Portia a fire sign?
I don't know. Let me check.
I think she is. I think Portia's a Leo, if I remember correctly.
But all of this family bullshit that she tries to portray and how much she loves children, I think you're a fucking liar, Ellen. For entertainment purposes only, and allegedly, you're a fucking liar. I have to say it.
Oh, Portia's Aquarius.
Oh. Air. See? Air. What's Ellen?
Let's see.
By the way, they can't stop the flooding. They can't
Yeah.
stop floodgates. She has to go down.
Alan's also an Aquarius.
Really?
Oh.
January 26th, 1958.
Yeah.
All right. Well, there's going to be this woman that takes her down, plus a party of 3. And who said there might be a secret out there? Who said that? Somebody said there might be something extra out there. If there's a secret out there, this is how she's got her hands tied behind her back. This is a no-win situation.
Yeah.
So, Ellen,
Yeah.
good luck to all the money that you made. I hope you put enough away. By the way, Ellen, you and Portia don't even get along. Poor Portia. She feels like she's trapped with you.
Yeah.
No choice.
Well, rumors have been that Ellen is not.
That's why I was like, what is Portia's sign? Because someone feels trapped.
Yes.
Someone feels really trapped.
Yes. Call it. Call it. She feels trapped.
She
And
really
look,
does.
I like that card because it's trapped, but when you look in the mirror, you can barely see that you're trapped, right?
Yeah.
She doesn't see it, but she is.
No.
Mirror, mirror on the wall. Who's the prettiest of them all? Like, right? And the old lady looks into the mirror and she wants to see somebody young and effervescent. And it's like, that you old. You old.
But I honestly do think you're right. I think it's a waiting game. I think that like I showed my cards earlier, but I do think that they're gonna unite together. They're gonna bring her down.
Somebody says, is Portia gay for pay? I don't want to look into that because it's just okay to be gay. And for whatever reason, somebody's gay. Like sometimes we whore for a hamburger. I don't know.
Right.
No, but if you look up, Portia's got a lot of issues. Like she wrote some very strange, disturbing biography one time about herself. Is
she mental?
Like,
is she mental?
Yeah, she is. She said in the biography that she struggled with an eating disorder and bipolar issues.
Okay.
And that, but Portia said in her biography that she's known she was a lesbian, so it was like a teenager or something like that.
Okay, that's fair enough. I'm okay with you being gay. But I got to tell you, not only is Ellen going to go down really bad, Ellen, your own mouth is going to get you into trouble. You're not going to clean this up. If you say sorry, it's going to get you into trouble. Somebody else said that they might tape her, or it's secret, or take something's out there. Something's out there. This is like that blonde woman that took Fox News down.
Oh yeah.
She only took him down because she had audio.
Mm-hmm.
And wound up with like 13 or 18 million because she had audio.
Damn.
All right. Bella, the conclusion is, bye, Ellen. Bye, you and your crappy producers. And I hope your producers go to jail.
Right.
Yeah.
And watch your money, Ellen, because you're up there flipping houses. And it's going to get to the point where you don't have money. And guess what, Ellen? You can't escape to Greece. So SDNY will be coming for you soon.
Yeah. I also see a legal situation
Wolverine,
coming.
I've heard the opposite of that. Sorry.
What? What did you hear?
Oh, Wolverine is saying, I always heard Ellen wanted kids, but Portia didn't. I have a feeling it might be the other way around. And I was like, I heard the opposite, that Portia desperately wanted a baby and Ellen just wanted her to sit at home waiting for her all day long and didn't want her to work or do anything else. She just wanted her to be her little pretty little arm candy.
I believe you. Ellen looks way too aggressive. And if she wanted a baby, she would have had it on. She would have made sure she adopted a baby. No. Yeah. And she might have held it as leverage over her.
Desi, what card did you have up?
Oh, Justice.
Sorry, Desi.
Justice.
And what does justice mean? No, go
She's
for
got
it.
a legal situation coming to her. I think a few people do, actually. I think there's a lot of legal fallout behind this. And I think there's also something here about contractual obligations or money. like contracts. Somebody's contracts aren't right either. And so I think that leads to a legal fallout. Looks like 2 people.
So it just looks like this is going to be a whole mess for Ellen for the next year.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And here's what I say. Moving on.
Next.
Next. Bella, tell us your prediction. Yemi gave us a really good prediction 2 weeks ago on the music industry. I really loved it, Yemi.
Thank you.
Really loved it because it just looks like because of COVID, music has to take a turn for the better.
Mm-hmm.
No more bitches and hoes. And it's just going to turn. And I'm loving hearing that because I'm not a fan per se of rap. I don't think Yemi rap is going to die. I think the message is going to change to more proactive type of stuff.
Mm-hmm.
So you did a really good job on that. Bella, take it
you.
away. You're welcome.
Okay, so this is about the post office. Since everybody's seeing that we're having so many issues, there's the post office itself has said that we will be bankrupt by September, and that the federal government is refusing to give them any money, which is crazy because the post office is a federal program.
Yeah.
And yet, you know, like they're not getting any funds for this. Well, the cards that I pulled was, of course, Donald Trump won't give them any money because he doesn't want those mail-in ballots to come in because he's trying to sabotage the election. He couldn't sabotage it the Russian way like he did last time because they are on to him, so he had to go about it in a different way. So it's like, instead of defunding the police, which we need, let me defund the mail system. And so what I got was, if everybody makes a big enough stink about it, he will give very minimal funding to save it in September, but it's going to get even more messed up by the end of October. Because, again, well, actually, I would say like more like the beginning of October, because that's when people will start mailing in their ballots, receiving them, and mailing them out. So as soon as we start getting those mail ballots, if you're registered to vote by mail, expect that you're going to start to see the mail get messed up just as bad, if not worse, but he will blame it on COVID. Because he doesn't want all those ballots turned in. He knows he's not going to win. He knows that it's going to be very hard for him to win this election. So he's trying everything that he can so that he can sabotage things. And then watch, as soon as either the election's over or somebody else takes office, all of a sudden the post office will be saved again. So that's my prediction on it. It's Trump messing with everything. But it's not going to go away forever. It's just he's purposely fucking with it right now because he doesn't want people to be able to, you know, vote him out. Which we see, he already said, I'm going to delay the election because of COVID.
He said that.
He did.
And why can't we vote online? If you can do the census online, why can't we vote online? Because I got a whole thing saying, go fill out the census online, which fuck you, I'm not filling out any goddamn census because you need to track me. I throw all the postcards away. You come to my door, I'm not answering. But I'll say it's against my religious beliefs if they try to force me. But if you can do that online, then why can't we vote online? Give us a little serial number to log in. You get food stamps online. You can go to court online right now. We should be able to vote online. Every person gets a little serial number that we got to type in.
That's a good idea. I don't know if it's in time for this year, but that's a good idea.
Well, and that is one thing Joe Biden said.
To see that or predicted it. That's going to be Joe Biden for sure.
Wants that to happen. Him and Obama talked about that because I do follow Joe Biden because I've been very interested in who he's picking. And he talked about that he wants to make it that we go online from now on. And Obama did too, and Obama wants to make voting day a holiday, a paid holiday, so people don't have to miss because they have to go to work.
Yes.
Right. Yes. Well, I have to show some responsibility. If you guys could go with me for a little bit, but I have a neighbor. No, go.
I'm kidding.
Go with me. I have a neighborhood council, and I would hate for them to see this video and, you know, I'm gonna say the balance of it. All right, if you don't mind, I'm just gonna balance out what you said,
Of course.
Bella, and please fill out your census, people. Please.
They don't even know about me.
I did my job. I just did my job. It's my job. I did my job.
I know.
But
I will say though, if we do go to voting online, I think it's gonna generate a lot of jobs for IT, for cybersecurity, and to make it fair. I think it's really gonna open up the doors for IT. So that's something that people are looking into.
Yeah. Okay, so Yemi, let's go there. I think that also could be another predicted in it. And for minorities, please go into IT. Biggest growing business ever. Banks need you. I think that's a good point, Yemi. You know, the government will need you, especially if it has something to do with voting rights, because you've got to work all this out.
Yeah. And here's the thing. STEM is really going to help Black people too, just in general. Science, technology, engineering, math, period. So we need more Black people in STEM. They throw money at you. I swear they throw money at you if you're in STEM. Like, it's crazy.
And there's a lot of grant money if you all choose to take, you know, the technology route.
Yeah.
And they'll need to provide the public for that too. If we are moving towards voting online, how are you going to provide that for communities that don't have computers, that don't have ways of voting online? I think the government will have to provide more.
Yeah. I live in a community of the elderly. They don't know how to use computers. They switch the voting when you can't go in. They switch the voting to online. And here's what I experienced, because it was just a new system. The person was literally watching who I voted, and that's not the system. But and I said,
that was so weird.
Like, did you feel that?
I went and I was like, I was waiting in line. I was like, I literally see what everybody is who everyone's voting for. And then so when I went, I was like, I want anyone to see.
It's my business. That's my but the woman was in the booth with me, and I was like, are you supposed to be in here? And she goes, what am I supposed to do? I have to show you. And I was like, oh, this system is off. But yeah, just come show me. Whatever.
It's a secret ballot. I don't understand.
It's supposed to be secret. Like, I wouldn't want anybody to think that I literally voted for Trump as a Black woman. By the way, Trump, I'm not voting for you. I'm just giving an example of how I can be terrorized if somebody saw me voting for Trump. No.
Right.
In my neighborhood. Nope.
Gotcha.
Yeah. Yemi, they're asking where they can find you outside of the show.
Good question. I have an Instagram. It's private. If you guys want to add me, you can add me. It's Guinness Yemi on Instagram. I'll change it. I can post it.
Yeah, put it again. Also, Bella said, you know, for my profession, I can't do IG. Well, she's psychicbellalove.com too. So she's got it covered, guys. All right.
I think I got it.
Bella, do you have a YouTube channel, or you do Instagram?
I do. I haven't uploaded on there since, like, I forget when.
But you like
it's been a long time, you guys. Yeah, Instagram is definitely better.
So you have to follow her on Instagram. Like, we have to go where they go. And I think Yemi is on Instagram. Desi is on Twitter. She does have Instagram, but she's very active on Twitter, which I love, because that's where I let my anger out on Twitter. I'm much nicer every place else. Oh no, on Twitter, they were burning the Bibles, right? And I was like,
oh, I saw that last
Yeah, and they were like, "Oh, we're disgusted. Oh, these nice protesters are burning the Bibles." And I was like, "Dude, are you kidding me? Like, you know why we're burning the Bibles? It's not that we hate God. We hate you for using the Bible against us."
Yeah.
So I'm actually very mean on Twitter, but I enjoy myself there. I'm very nice on Facebook. Very nice. I give very lovely, inspirational messages on Facebook. I'm a bitch on Twitter. And IG, it just depends on my mood.
I feel like you have to be. It's the Wild Wild West on Twitter.
Right? You better, if you're going to get on Twitter, you better play the game.
You know, so I don't have Twitter because I was like, I can't deal. I cannot deal with Twitter.
It's the Wild Wild.
It's a whole mess. And don't give me a good hashtag. Don't give me a good hashtag. I will flip that hashtag and cuss a bitch out. Oh my God.
You guys, it is really funny. Because I just remember like Tracy being like giving me a lot of mom advice on Facebook, and then I see her on Instagram and she's like, "Okay, you guys, stop being hoes for a second and listen." And then she's on Twitter and she's like, "Burn the Bible, bitch."
I swear.
It's like every side of her personality.
It's so true. And I can't stop myself. When I go on Twitter, I'm like, okay, what hashtag? And I'm a fuck a bitch up. When I go on Facebook and I see one of those beautiful sayings and like, life is important because you make it important. Post. I'll post that on Facebook in a minute. I love the different parts of me though. And you know, funny you should say that, because when I was watching Black is King, I kind of saw that. I saw the progression of the different personalities of the women of Beyonce. Like, are you Oshun today? Absolutely. Are you fucking mad? And did you guys like the woman in the red with the clothes that was going like this, and she was going on like this and going on? And I was like, that's me. That's me. That's me. It's so funny.
Well, she was in there in Periscope. That's me. Right there. That's me.
You know what? There wasn't enough mature women. So every time I saw a mature woman, but usually she was like 80, I was like, that's me. I'm the mature one.
I'm an elder, guys. I'm an elder.
You know what's crazy though, you guys, is that, and if you guys follow me on Instagram, you've seen me talk about this, because I'm huge on past lives and past life readings and uncovering soul wounds, past lives and stuff. And I've talked about this, that I went to do, it was just like a regular like a meditation to connect to your spirit guides. And I try everything before I ever recommend it to anybody. So one of my clients wanted to know how to use meditation, connect to spirit guides. So I was doing meditation I found online, and in it, I freaked out and I couldn't leave meditation because I was on a boat in the middle of a lake and it was covered in purple flowers, and I knew this is how I crossed over when I died. And then they showed me being a slave and being killed by my slave master, and they wouldn't let me leave until I saw what happened to me. And Beyonce showed that when she crossed over, when she went through the 7 levels of Hades, after Horath got her through, and she went in the purple freaking flower-filled boat in the middle of the lake and crossed over completely. And I was like, you guys, look, I've been saying that.
Oh my God.
I was bawling. And Tracy was talking to me last night, and I was watching again for the 5th time, and I was like, Tracy's like, you watched it 5 times? I was like, there's so much.
I will say, this is not a plug for this at all, but I listened to a podcast on Spotify. It's called Dissect. And they dissect Lemonade. So they like dissect every song in the album. And
is that the one you sent to me?
Yeah. I sent the gems that. And it like dissects the album, and you can really see how Beyonce's breaking the curse. And so when I saw Black is King, I thought this is like her graduation to her true self. It was
I can't wait
so
to see
good.
what she does next, you guys. I'm so excited. Like, I was so excited when it was over. I'm like, what is she going to teach us next?
And it really feels like the evolution of one whole person, right? From Beyonce, from Self-Titled to Lemonade to Black is King feels like a cycle to me. Like it does feel like an evolution. Ascension.
You know, but evolution I like if we're just going to talk about Beyonce, Desi, because all like, hey, if anybody gives me a B, I'll fucking delete you. I promise you. Listen to the story. She was very self-absorbed in the beginning. She was all about me, and don't get it twisted. She had a little bit of crazy eyes. Sorry. But as she's grown, one, the crazy eyes have left her because it was all about, are you looking at me?
No, don't look over there. Don't look at Kelly and Michelle. I'm kidding. I'm joking.
Yes. But she's a grown woman now with 3 children.
Yeah.
And friends with the Obamas. I can't not imagine the Obamas shook her up. Change Jay-Z for the better. I don't think Jay-Z was the man that he was going to be unless he had a relationship with Barack. That's a period.
Yeah.
And out of that relationship, what happened? We just kept seeing this change. And she had to question her relationship with her husband. And then she was like, the only way we're ever going to be respected is if I tell my story.
Yeah.
That's why
we're
so
not going to let anything come back on you, husband.
Right.
We're going to tell our own story.
Right.
Well, she talks about, the podcast talks about it, and I keep referring to it because I thought it was so moving because, she talks about breaking generational curses of relationships between a man and a woman and how a husband treats a wife and, whatever. And, she talks a lot about cheating in her album, her Lemonade album, and she knew like that had to coexist. She had to break that. And then she talks about the pregnancy of her twins, where she had the life of a man and a woman within her. And it's so moving. I don't know. I definitely encourage anybody to listen to it if you guys are into podcasts, because
No, it definitely is. And the way that she
Go ahead.
Sorry, Tracy.
No,
I was
Go. You talk. It's all good. Talk.
No, I was just saying that I thought it was so beautiful how she dedicated the film to her son, and she had the voiceovers talking about this is how you become a king. You step up, you take responsibility, you grow. And it was just that she was showing her son, like, you don't have to go through the things your dad went through. This is how you be a man. And you do it by loving women and respecting them. Because did you notice that the guy in the video, the voiceover, he's saying, I learned more from women than I ever learned from a man. And so she's breaking the curse again by telling her son, when you respect women, this is how you truly become a king. You don't have to make the mistakes your father did. He learned from it. We're showing you through our growth, so you don't have to repeat that.
Well, and I think it's interesting that she echoes Jay-Z's 44 in that aspect, right? Where he as a man speaks, this is my evolution, this is my cross to bear, this is what I did, this is how I became responsible. And then she follows up, they follow up with everything is love, and then you get this. It's beautiful.
Even when he showed up in the movie, I liked his relaxed position.
Yeah.
I like that he didn't have to prove a point in this Black is King. He showed up king. But it wasn't a big announcement. It wasn't like, let's show Jay-Z is the king. No, he showed up like this, chill. Because I am. And in the end, nothing is better than watching them eat like normal people.
Yep.
But I also wanted to say You know, I was blessed enough. I come from a family that has generational curse issues. And I remember raising my son. I didn't understand the education of it all. I promise you. I only went with my soul and spirit. And everyone made fun of me because I was a fucking oddball. But I remember having private time with my son and saying, no, women are vulnerable. We cry. You know, try not to be that guy. These are the reasons. In any case, his wife has an amazing man. Thank you, God. Thank you, God. Because I made sure when I saw that he would say something disgusting, I'd snatch him up.
Yeah.
Don't say he used to work for Nickelodeon, and one of the casting women that fucking casted him was having uterine issues. And she said something about having to go to the hospital for uterine issues. And my son goes, ew. I snatched him up in front of everybody. And I said, don't you dare disrespect a woman like that. She's in pain. But everybody looked at me like I was the problem. Oh, you shouldn't say that to him. You shouldn't embarrass him. No, my son embarrassed her.
Yeah.
And so I did the best I could raising him. It did really pay off, I promise you. But then I went to Jerusalem. And I went to this big open space. And people were throwing rocks in. And so I'm going up to them. And none of my book group were with me because I constantly just kept leaving them, first of all. The rebellious nature is so natural. I just kept going off. What happened, Bella?
Oh, you guys, just arguing in the comments. Like, okay, first of all, guys, there's no reason to argue. And secondly, it is extremely rude to tell somebody to calm down. So please don't do that.
Yeah, I said there's no reason to argue in the comments. It's all love. Enjoy the vibe. We're not.
I don't even know what the argument is, but no, neither do I.
They're arguing about Beyonce because somebody doesn't feel like Beyonce can be trusted and the other one's defending her.
Here's the thing.
Said what?
Like, who cares, you guys?
Look, she's talking about her journey, right?
Like, but you're missing the point.
Yeah.
Okay.
Right. That's not the point.
But hold on a second.
Okay, Lavender Flower. Nobody came. I didn't see anybody come at you. All I'm saying is it's rude to tell somebody to calm down because imagine when you're angry and somebody tells you calm down. Does that make you calm down? No, because you're like, you're not giving me a chance to express myself. And so that's why I'm just saying it's rude to tell somebody to calm down because being told calm down is usually a dismissive term used towards the angry Black woman instead of giving her a voice to speak her mind and to listen to her and learn. So that's why I'm just saying, like, let's not be rude and say calm down because that's a dismissive way of making somebody be quiet instead of trying to learn from their point of view.
Yes, but at the same time, everybody is entitled to their opinion. We don't have to be in the comments arguing. You don't like Beyonce? Who cares? You love Beyonce? Who cares? We're not talking about that. It's not about that. It's about
I am looking at both sides. I said I don't know who was being rude or who started it.
Lavender.
Because you said someone came at you. I said I did not see that. All I was saying is saying calm down has never made somebody calm down. And it's being dismissive of somebody's feelings and just stop arguing. There's like, why are we fighting about Beyonce? Learn from the whole entire thing.
Right. Literally. Black is King is an evolution for all of us. And if
it's a spiritual journey that everybody can learn from.
And if you listen to the viewing party that I had, one of the things that I said to all women, it doesn't matter. We're all the same. But in any case, I went to, and they had this big mouth and people were throwing rocks into the mouth. And I went up to them because I didn't have my English people around me. And I said, what is happening? And right away, there was a disconnect immediately, right? And I didn't know what the disconnect was. And I was like, God, have them talk to me. And I was obnoxious.
You know what, Lavender Fall, just get the fuck out then if you're going to sit there. Nobody's on a high horse. I'm telling you that it's rude to say that to people.
I'm sorry. Lavender, I'm going to put you on timeout because I'm going to give you an opportunity to be a better person. You can come
Sorry,
back.
I wasn't trying to
another
interrupt the
feed.
thing. It's just
No,
she's
because
the
it's
only
not
one that's
fair.
going at everybody.
No, because there were bigger stories to tell than to have Lavender be the center of attention. So Lavender, you're not allowed to be the center of this attention. I am. All right, she's in timeout. Period. We'll see how she acts later. But in any case, I went up to the people who didn't speak English. And I knew something about what they were doing was important. And it turned out that they were from Spain.
Oh.
And I said, God, help me understand. What they told me was that they were throwing rocks in the mouth of the devil to break generational curses.
Yeah.
Interesting.
And I picked up some rocks. I threw it in the mouth of the devil for my whole family. People that I don't even talk to. Enough already. Enough.
Yep.
And I kept saying that. I was like, you're not allowed in my life anymore. Get out, devil. Get out, generational curses. I do this for my sister. I do this for my son. I do this for me.
Yeah.
I love that.
Me too.
I've never been happier. I can't say my relationships have been repaired. And maybe that's okay. I've never been happier from doing that event. Is she still here? Are we good? Is she gone?
Oh, I have no idea.
Oh, she's blocked.
I don't think it
Oh,
matters.
she's blocked for 5 minutes. So let's see how she can.
Keep going. No worries.
Well, definitely shout out to everyone who's working on generational curses.
Yeah.
Work on
It is
it.
not an easy task. And definitely, if you are not ready to do that, do not say it. Don't call on it.
No.
It is, you're talking about dealing with your stuff, dealing with everybody's stuff.
Tell them to break a generational curse, you have to deal with your personal part in all of this.
Yep.
And you have to face that. And you have to say, do I need to be better, God? Like, seriously? And God's like, oh, girl. Yeah, you need to be better. And it hurts. It hurts.
Girl.
To want to be. It hurts. It hurts. But on the other side of this hurt is an amazing calm, an amazing peace, and an amazing strength that no one can ever take from you. And that's what Black is Key was.
Yep.
Right. It's
It
about
was
soul
that
growth.
journey.
You know?
Yes. Yes. And you know the part where they had who's Catholic? You're Pentecostal, right? Catholic. Bella, did you born and raised Catholic, Italian? You know the part in the churches I was born and raised Catholic? The incense. I was shocked. That was at the beach. I was like, what happened? Was that stolen too? It was all so beautiful. It took me back to an original place that I'm born and raised Catholic. I love the smell of frankincense and myrrh. That's how I grew up. Everything was so beautiful. And so many references, so many cross references of different religions. The only thing they didn't bring in was tongues. Was tongues in there? Because that would have been good. All right. We needed some tongues.
I'm trying to remember. I think there was a part where that happened.
When they went into that place with, looked like Papa Loegua to me. And he turned red. Was that the point where he might have spoken?
I think so.
I was too busy screaming, Bella,
the thing about it. This is not something you watch once. This is something that you watch 85 times because every single time, like I've been having this conversation in a group chat with all my spiritual friends on Instagram, and like we've literally been like, did you see this? We're like, no, oh my God, you saw that? Because there's so much. And like each of us has watched it. I think we watched it all about 5 times each. And we still were finding things. And even my friend Erica, she said her granddaughter was like, Grandma, look. And she's like, she was noticing things that because there was just so much. It was just amazing. It was incredible. And, so it's just definitely, it was, like I cried every single time I watched it. it was just, I mean, as a mom, like watching like her have to give her baby up to the water and knowing that she was gonna die, and she saved him, and then she was his spirit guide, and we put on the glasses and he could see his mom. Oh my God! Like, and then she became a grandbaby spirit guide too. Like, like it was just so much.
It was so amazing. And so no longer am I looking at Beyonce like this selfish entertainer. I'm honored that she's taking us women through a journey so that we all can find that peace. One day we all have to die. When I die, I want God to say, good job. I'll be like, thank you. But I got to put the work in. I got to put the work in, guys. You put the work in and let Beyonce show you the way.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
Thank you for the peace, Lavender.
Yes,
We're all
Lavender,
in it together.
I want to just say something, okay? I did not see you being attacked, and I think that it was just misunderstanding because I was just saying I did not see you being attacked, but that telling people, arguing in the comments, definitely don't want that, because I was really enjoying earlier seeing you guys all get along and be like, oh, my name's Shelly too, and oh, I'm in London, and I'm in this place and that place. And it was just, I didn't like seeing people argue, but saying calm down is a very dismissive thing to say to people. And so I was just trying to say, like, please don't say that, because that is a rude thing to say to people, and it just escalated. So I apologize. I am an evolved soul. I can admit if I was wrong or too jumpy or too drunk or whatever.
Yeah, maybe. Let's blame it on the drink. Well, it's easy.
Let's blame Chrissy.
But
she's not here, so it's her fault.
Yeah, cocktails by Chrissy. Cocktails by Chrissy. But let's be honest. There's a role that we all have to play in growth.
Yeah.
Yes.
And if there's mistakes made, I love the fact that, you know, Bella was like, I didn't see this. I'm sorry. What I saw was this. Blah, 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 blah. That was very responsible, and I really appreciate that, Bella. So, Lavender, thank you for coming back on. And you're right. Just like Starseed said, it's all love. We will find our place in the womanhood.
Yeah.
All right.
Yes. I'm just a girl's girl, and I don't like seeing other women not get along with each other or be what I perceive to be as dismissive of somebody else's point of view, because to me, I feel like we can always continue to learn and grow. But again, like I said, you know, as part of that, I'm sorry if I misunderstood or saw things wrong. I just get a little, you know, defensive sometimes because I never want to see girls hurting each other. Like, we're the only ones that understand what each other go through, especially in a world that's run by men. We got to support one another and be nice to each other.
And because we are evolving as women, and we are cracking so many codes against men, against corporate men. Yeah, we're not going to argue in a tiny little feed. It's not going to happen. We can't do it. We've got to find better spiritual sisterhood. And it can be done.
Beyonce, like, if you're going to argue over something, I'm just saying, I can think of a few other things to be fighting.
Let's go argue over something that's, you know, like I was saying, it's not about whether or not you personally are like a huge Beyonce fan, because I'm not. I don't stand anybody, because you see, especially these days, it's like you think somebody's cool, and then the next thing you find out they're secretly a murderer or something. I mean, everybody's getting exposed for some shit. So it's like you do have to.
Ellen,
but Oprah, all the people that we thought were nice, Ellen, Tom Hanks, Oprah, you know, they're all getting exposed for some crazy stuff. But it's. The thing is, like I was talking to Tracy about this last night. I was saying Beyonce is the messenger. That was her role. She came in to get our attention and to pay attention to her. You know, the whole raise the partition, drunken love Beyonce. Yes. Well, she had to get there, number one.
She had to get
but that was part of her evolution.
Journey
we got kind of
for us.
Yeah, we got pop Beyonce to get us all to pay attention to her. And then as she evolved, we evolved with her, and we were on that journey with her and learning along with her. And so I told Tracy, Destiny's Child has nothing to do with the Bible and everything to do with that. She would sit here to get everybody to pay attention and to get us to all look and to get us to all understand and connect to roots and where things originate from and all of that. And it doesn't mean that you have to be the biggest Beyonce fan. It means take the message.
Yeah,
She's the messenger. It's not about Beyonce. It's about the message, and that's what she was sent here for.
The message was amazing, and I'm honored that she got there for us.
Mm-hmm.
And somebody has to lead the crowd, by the way.
Yep.
Somebody has to lead the crowd. I'm honored that it was her, someone responsible.
Mm-hmm.
Think about it.
Yep.
Someone that's not lying to us, like the Oprahs of the world, allegedly. No, no. It's someone that honestly cares about her own personal journey and her own father
And she wants her kids to learn too.
Thank you.
She wants her children to not have to go through the journey that she went through, and
Her
that they
children
can
are
learn
my grandchildren.
young. Yep.
Blue Ivy is so pretty too.
Wait a second.
Oh my
How
God,
fierce?
I love Blue Ivy. See, I
Fierce.
stand Blue Ivy. I take it back.
Fierce.
I'm a fan of Blue Ivy.
How fierce is she? Like, what
Fierce.
a little girl.
Girl.
What is she going to be when she grows up? Fierce.
Everything. She's gonna rule the world.
Everything.
Everything. Yes.
Everything. And remember,
I was looking at her and I was
the younger
like,
kids,
yeah,
the younger kids come with better ideas than their parents.
Yep.
So she's destined for greater.
Yep.
All right, guys.
Yeah.
All right.
I love
Well, that
you
was
all.
this week's The View from the Other Side. Thank you all so much for watching. We love you all so much for watching. We'll be here next week, same bat time, same bat channel.
Cocktails by Chrissy. Hit her
Yes.
up on IG. Cocktails
If you
by
have
Chrissy.
Cops.
Don't be jealous. Get your own.
Obviously, you guys, you all want to take my lead and then drink these and then get online and fight with people about Beyonce. I'm just joking.
We'll blame Chrissy.
And then you blame Chrissy for it. When people are like, why are you acting a fool? It's Chrissy's fault.
Don't drink and
So-
post.
Everyone's like, love you all. Thank you, Destiny, Triple F Bomb, Faith Family Fitness. That's a lot that's going on in that family. Triple F Bomb, Faith Fitness. She was like, it was great.
Thank you guys.
Tiffany
And you guys
said,
continue.
Oh, shout out to the
call.
gems.
Yes.
Jen,
Shout out to Gems.
Yes.
what you
Yes.
say, Bella?
I just want to remind everybody to keep calling and demanding justice for Breonna Taylor.
Yes.
Because we are not out of the clear yet. And just
Yes.
if you have a moment, light a white candle for peace for the Black community, because even if they are not directly being affected by police brutality, it is opening up a lot of those soul wounds that we spoke about earlier and triggering a lot of the Black community. And we have so many Black spiritualists out here who are doing so much protection work for the Black community. That's draining
right.
to do that kind of work anyways, especially when you are a part of the community that is constantly being triggered and affected. So if you, and I saw somebody earlier said like, oh, you ladies should put your cash apps up for donations. You guys, I would rather you guys go give those donations to hoodoos and practitioners who are doing the work, the spiritual work to protect the Black community, so that they can continue to afford to spend the time and buy the supplies to protect the people who are on the front line fighting for everybody right now.
So,
yeah, or
Bella,
if it's used as a bail fund, you know, because some of these protesters still.
Oh, I like the bail fund. Yes.
Yes.
Yeah.
If you find a link, let me know so that we could do that. But just so you know, Bella, my group, we do candle magic every new moon, every full moon. For the month of August, there's like no rules because Chango is the King of Wands and he's very powerful. I demanded or encourage that, of course, you could do candle for yourself. Of course you can. Light another one for the protesters. Light another one for their protection. And they really are doing it. And I'm very proud of the gems that are, you know, taking the extra time to, because I think if you give to others, you God already gives it back to you.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, it's called being blessed to be a blessing. And if you guys don't feel comfortable working with Chango, you can ask Archangel Michael to step in and protect everybody as well.
Oh, Archangel
Yep.
Michael's amazing.
Because not everybody
Yes.
always comfortable with working with the deities. So that's why I always tell people, find a saint. And Archangel Michael is the powerful slayer of the archangels. So he's always somebody.
That's
if you guys
right.
can find candles for him, Walmart, Walgreens,
Always,
Target,
always.
everywhere sells them. They're like
Yes.
$1.78 at Walmart. So if you guys wanted to light that candle for him, or even just say his petition, it will definitely help.
That's a good
Or
one.
if you're
Thank you.
not religious, then donate.
Yep.
Yep. Mental
Don't
freedom,
do anything.
grassroots law. Those are two great communities to donate to who are bailing people out and continuing to protest on behalf of people like Brianna.
Yes. All right, guys.
All right.
Thank you. What a great
Yes.
show. I really appreciate all of you. Thank you. Chrissy.
Thanks, guys.
Cocktails by Chrissy. Cocktails by Chrissy.
Yay!
Cocktails
you
by
some.
Chrissy. Get your drink on. Get your mojito, watermelon. What else
They're
you got
strong
here?
too.
Love punch. Mango
They're very
margarita,
strong.
watermelon margarita. Yes.
Bye, loves.
Bye, guys.
Bye, everyone that's
Bye.
watching us. Thank you.